It's ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks, and you are watching the ACC on ESPN. It's a power conference matchup that speaks to the new world order of college football. BYU in Season 2 in the Big 12, SMU in Season 1 in the ACC. Good evening, Anish Shroff, former Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware. We will hear from Paul Carcaterra in a moment. A generation ago, this was a matchup that could headline college football. Late 90s, this was a conference game in the WAC, and in present day, this is a Power 4 versus Power 4 matchup.
Yeah, it really is, and one on paper that we were looking forward to getting here. It's two talented football teams on both sides of the ball, talented quarterbacks. This one has everything that you want in a football game on a Friday night.
For SMU, this is year one in the ACC, and Andre, first world problems at quarterback.
Yeah, he did. Brett Lashley, their head coach and play caller, he's got a good problem. He's got two starting quarterbacks. Preston Stone will start the game, but we will see the talented Kevin Jennings as well. Both guys can pull it down and make plays with their legs. Both have superior arm talent. Anywhere in the country, these two guys would be starting. They just happen to be on the campus of SMU.
Meanwhile, for BYU, they've got a talented signal caller. Jake Retzloff won his first game as a starter a week ago.
Yeah, he is a talented player that can sling it around. He's an underrated runner, but superior arm talent. Last year, had some turnover problems. This year, more command of the offense. They've expanded the playbook, and he is set and ready to go.
It's a BYU team that thinks the year was 1984. George Orwell called for dystopia. For BYU, utopia. Their championship season. SMU, a top 10 team that year. Kark, these were heavyweights in college football.
1984, 40 years ago, SMU and BYU were dominating the gridiron with legendary players. That same year, the Terminator was a box office sensation, and Apple came out with their first Macintosh computer. What else was going on in 1984? Well, Daniel LaRusso was waxing on and waxing off with Mr. Miyagi. Prince's Purple Rain was at the top of the music charts. The TV show Miami Vice premiered. Ronald Reagan was our president. The Discovery Space Shuttle had its first mission. Carl Lewis and Mary Lou Retton, they captivated Americans in Los Angeles during the Olympics that summer. And BYU's Kalani Sitake, the head coach, 40 years ago was 9 years old and a dapper young man to boot.
Looked like he was ready to roam the sidelines, even at the age of 9, Kark.
A lot of history between these two programs, even though this is only the 5th meeting. There was that Miracle Bowl, one of the great bowl finishes back in 1980. SMU won the toss. The Mustangs chose to receive, so they'll go on offense first. And for BYU, this is a sight for everybody to behold. Jay Hill back up in the box, calling plays. He suffered a heart attack less than 2 weeks ago. For the season opener, he had a second surgery the morning of the game. Ends up coming to the game, didn't call the plays, but was up in the box offering suggestion. He's back calling the plays today.
Yeah, he's one tough guy and very close to this BYU program. Obviously, they have welcomed him back. He's been in everyone's prayers, and it's good to see him here this evening.
Pleasant surprise for us when we got to talk to him via Zoom on Wednesday. On first down, Preston Stone finds his tight end, R.J. Maryland, for a short gain. Maryland was the hero in that Week 1 comeback against Nevada.
Yes, Stone is 13-2 as a starter, a captain on this football team, along with his quarterback counterpart, Kevin Jennings. So you don't see that every day.
He'll hand it off to Brashard Smith, and he is wrapped up by the French-speaking, unicycle-riding Harrison Taggart.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Excellent penetration. And then Harrison Taggart is a tackling machine. Stepped in for Ben by last year in that spot in the middle. And BYU's going to be hard to move off the football.
BYU said it needed to get SMU into these predictable third down passing situations. Three-man rush. Stone under duress and sacked by Jack Kelly. They love his upside. He played for Jay Hill at Weber State, and BYU's defense comes to play.
Yeah, excellent penetration again, and they just kind of collapse the pocket. And when you can get pressure up the middle where a quarterback can't step up, everyone else can pretty much get home. That's exactly what happened.
And Andre, they did that rushing three, dropping 8.
Jack Kelly, really strong player, one of the strongest players in this program at BYU.
Isaac Pearson punts it away. Fair catch made by Parker Kingston at the 35-yard line. Jake Retzloff, who is the first Jewish quarterback in school history at BYU. He's got a nickname that combines his school's name and his faith. It's a self-anointed nickname. Started 4 games last season when Keaton Slovis got hurt. Went 0-4, had an entire offseason. He plays with some swagger. He's not afraid to talk a little trash.
Well, he's got some swagger, and you just watch his body language throughout this game. I mean, it's one and a guy that plays with a ton of confidence.
On first down, they feed L.J. Martin, the sophomore from El Paso, for a gain of 1. They want to get him the ball about 20 times at least tonight.
Only fed it to him about 13 times last week for just 67 yards, but he did find the end zone, both rushing the football as well as catching a pass to get himself in. You mentioned it, 20-plus touches is what they want to do because they've got a big, experienced offensive line in front of L.J. Martin.
This offense was a mash unit at pretty much every position a season ago. They feel they're healthier, more experienced, and with more continuity. First throw for Retzloff. One-on-one coverage, contested catch is out of bounds, intended for Darius Lassiter, who did not play last week due to an NCAA issue. He had to sit out a game because he played 1 snap for his junior college team in 2019.
Yeah, he's their big play wide receiver. Great size at 6'2", 210 pounds, out of Chandler, Arizona. A lot of good football players have come from that area.
3rd and 9. A year ago, SMU colonized opposing backfields amongst the national leaders in TFLs and sacks. 10 of the 11 starters on defense for SMU transfers. Underneath, Reiner Swanson, the freshman tight end, able to move the chains. They are high on this kid. 6'4" surfer dude out of California.
And they are deep at tight end, but watch the acceleration after he catches it. He realizes where the first down marker is. Let me accelerate and put my shoulder down and go get a first down. That's excellent work and a nice job by Jake Retzloff as well, getting the football out and into his tight end's hands where he can accelerate after.
Swanson, a number of big-time offers out of high school, Texas, Oregon, Florida, Ole Miss, Washington. Nowhere to go. Retzloff lost the football. That's been a problem. SMU covers it up, and we have our first turnover. And for Retzloff, in what is his 6th career start, that's now 9 fumbles, 4 he's lost.
And Elijah Roberts is the guy on the spot with a fumble recovery, and that's going to upset Kalani Sitake because it seemed as though they wanted to hand the ball to Cody Epps, and it was a missed exchange there, and Retzloff ended up with the football. Elijah Roberts is the guy that strips it out and recovers it.
Roberts had 10 sacks last year, one of 9 former Miami Hurricanes on this SMU roster, and this is now a chance for a shot play off sudden change.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. Sudden change, and they're in plus yardage territory.
Stone looking to launch. Devoured Mangelson the first to get there.
Jack Kelly's there as well and just whiffed on the tackle, but then he's got Mangelson to kind of clean things up. 17 is going to come right into your screen as Preston Stone tries to turn and evade the rush. Right there, misses, and then all of a sudden Mangelson's there to clean it up.
2nd and 21. A screen pass, and Jake Bailey, SMU's top receiver, with a gain of a couple. This is a receiving group, Andre. They feel they've got 6 starters amongst that core.
Well, and that's why they spread it around. 11 players last week caught passes for this SMU offense. You can't lock in on one guy. So it's R.J. Maryland in the Nevada game who went crazy in the 4th quarter. They just continue to spread it around and keep you guessing as a defense.
Pressure again. Stone evading the pursuit. Now has to kill it out of bounds. BYU's winning up front.
Well, Harrison Taggart on the blitz gets there, but doesn't get Preston Stone on the ground. Does a nice job of evading him, but there's excellent coverage on the back end. No one's open. 11's going to time it up, Taggart, and he comes free. They draw the protection. He comes free but misses, and nowhere to go with the football. BYU has been excellent defensively here early.
It's the first of 10 straight games against power conference teams for SMU. Last year when the Mustangs won the American, as we have a flag down, they went undefeated in conference play, but they lost all 3 games against power schools and scored below 20 in all 3 of those.
Yeah, but they'll tell you they have a 9-game winning streak here at home and it's averaging about 52 points a game.
Illegal formation, kicking team, more than 4 players in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, first down, BYU.
I don't think they're going to get to 52 tonight unless some things change in a hurry, my man.
BYU's defense punching in caps lock early. Scoreless early first.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
Tamara, Izzy, and Emma. No one puts more love into logistics than these 3. You need them. They need a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
The Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic automatically responds to snoring, so no more hiding under your pillow because this system actually detects snoring, then adjusts to help reduce it. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets.
ProPlan is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and help extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina ProPlan, always advancing.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know, you only get one body. It might be the perfect size to do this. Your body may take up a lot of space, or have to speak with its hands. But no matter what body you're born with, you only get one. Let's fight like hell for it.
More dropping in. More getting out there. More soaking it up. Pacifico, life's waiting.
Let's unretire. I got a few plays left. How about you?
Hey, Grandpa!
Grandpa? I still got it. And we thought we could play.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve, and in part by the all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Anish Shroff, Andre Ware, Paul Carcaterra from Dallas, Texas, Highland Park. Andre, BYU picked to finish 13th in this new look Big 12. Sometimes you talk to coaches, they'll downplay expectations if they don't think their team is that good. We didn't sense that at all from BYU. Almost the opposite. We are going to be better than a lot of people think.
And he couldn't wait for the start of the season and to get here against another Power 4 school.
Big hole for L.J. Martin, whose parents are both FBI agents.
Yeah, going back to that for a second, Kalani was almost kind of, you know, he's kind of bouncing a little bit. He was ready to get here for this one. Feels good about this team this year and that they could do some damage in the Big 12.
He said last year was a learning experience. They had to go through it, see what that gauntlet
Ton
was.
of injuries last year on both the offensive line and defensive lines.
Speed option, late pitch to Martin. Able to evade enough defenders to get a first down. Andre, you and I did that BYU-Oklahoma State game.
Well, what a game.
Thanksgiving weekend. Oklahoma State needed a win at that point to go to the Big 12 championship. It took everything the Cowboys had to win in Stillwater. That was a BYU team late in the season, starting to figure out who they were last year, and now seem to have carried that into 2024.
Ended up 5-7. You've got more experienced players because you had to play a bunch of young players last year. And then the guys that were injured, they've come back. So you've got a deep, experienced team here.
Retzlaff's pass batted down. Big number 94, Jonathan Jefferson, Georgia transfer.
Probably a good thing because I'm not sure where he was going. I think it was Darius Lassiter over the middle, but he looked covered up. So you go late over the middle, Anish, bad things happen.
Is it as bad as late to the sideline?
Yeah, it's about as bad. It's worse, actually, because when it gets tipped in the air, bad things happen.
Safety blitz, Retzlaff rolling, finds Cody Epps, another first down for BYU.
Oh, what touch.
And the Cougars into Mustang territory.
Nice touch on the football by Jake Retzlaff. I mean, mobile quarterback, we talked about that at the top, but then the touch. He can certainly zip it, but you got to have a little bit of just touch, just knifing it over the top of the defense at times. That allows Cody Epps to turn up the field and pick up a first down.
Lassiter, the motion man. It's Retzlaff on the keeper. A lot of eye candy. Little pre-snap field trip to Amsterdam.
Well, they've been going to L.J. Martin a lot on first down. So you get the defense thinking that way, and then you counter it. You talked about the eye candy. Send L.J. Martin on a play fake. It's a designed quarterback run. They will call some stuff for Retzlaff just to get the ball in his hands, keep the defense honest to play 11 on 11.
Coaches told us a year ago, Retzlaff unlocks the full potential of this offense with his ability to run.
That, and if he just stays away from turnovers, man, they can be magical.
He's got time, tries to thread it incomplete. Wanted Chase Roberts, who had 7 catches in week 1, all of which went for a first down.
He chose to go to Chase Roberts, but I thought he had Ethan Erickson, the tight end, open first. And that's where he should have gone. He came open in the first window. He elected to go to a sure-handed Chase Roberts, who catches just about everything thrown his way.
Could be 4-down territory here. BYU very much by the book when it comes to, do we punt, do we kick, do we go for it? 3rd and 5. Downfield, caught by Keelan Marion. No, could not hold on. It's 4th down. There is a flag in the backfield
for a late hit on Jake Retzlaff, so it's going to be an automatic 1st down for BYU. I think it was Jonathan McGill, one of the safeties, coming in late.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 24, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Yeah, I think the ball's clearly gone, and then all of a sudden, I think it's Jonathan McGill coming in late. Yep, Kobe Wilson is the guilty SMU player. As you know, things just kind of balance themselves out, don't they?
The previous play of an incomplete pass is under review.
So they're going to check to see if the receiver actually caught it or targeting.
Targeting can be initiated from the booth. While they look at it, we step aside. 7:42 to go, 1st quarter.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age. There was no question of what I wanted to be. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free fix finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled.
Nice.
Ha! Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim service is 24/7. Nice catch.
Your claim has been approved. Your claim has been approved.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Our house-made ketchup.
I'm Janet Hines. I can't be seen eating non-Heinz ketchup.
Do we have any Heinz?
There.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicioussment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. Try the all-new Double Sonic Smasher and at a half-price drink in the app.
The review in question was catch, no catch. We bring in our rules expert, Matt Austin. Matt, this was overturned to a catch. Did they get it right?
Yeah, they did, and this was a great overturn. You can see the receiver had firm control of the ball. He got both foot on the ground. He had time to be pulled down to the ground. Then the defender pulled the ball away. To me, that's a second act by the defender. That's a great overturn by the replay booth.
Yeah, almost two indicators there, Matt. His rear end was on the ground as well as his left elbow, and then the ball comes popping out. Thought that was a catch, but it took replay to actually solidify things.
And then with the penalty, it gives BYU the ball at the 21-yard line. The 16-yard line.
Keep an eye on the tight end right here. Kenu Hill.
To the end zone, juggled, and caught for a touchdown. Matava Tasse.
What a catch. It was a tight end, but the wrong tight end. Hill's in the pass pattern. Tasse a little slow to get up, but what a grab of securing the football. The seam opens up. Retzlaff playing with experience. Looks the safety to his left. One false step by McGill, and the ball's delivered perfectly to the tight end.
Tasse down after the play.
Boy, they have gone Swanson, Tasse, Kenu Hill. We know that he's a talented player, moving over to tight end from wide receiver. And then Erickson was open earlier. We talked about him. So all 4 tight ends have been in the game for BYU.
Tasse finally able to get up. Back-to-back games with a touchdown from Matava Tasse, who came to BYU last year as a walk-on transfer.
Yeah, he had 1 catch last season for a touchdown. He had 1 catch coming into tonight's game for a touchdown, and now his second. So he's surpassed last year's mark already. Tied it last week and overtook it this week.
Good ratio, catch to touchdown.
No doubt about it. Give red zone phenom of what we should label him as.
Will Ferrand's PAT is good. BYU on the road, ahead early on SMU 7-0. Tomorrow, week 2, college football in earnest, an ABC tripleheader. Arkansas and Oklahoma State, a regional rivalry that's been dormant since 1980.
Both can score points. They can score some points.
South Carolina and Kentucky, Tennessee and NC State in the Dukes Mayo Classic. That game will be played at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. A lot of excitement for both of those fan bases, both thinking they've got a chance to be in contention in their respective leagues.
They've got some. There's going to be some good quarterback play in that one. And numbers, ball. Yes, indeed. Throwing it around the park a little bit. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that Arkansas-Oklahoma State game. Coach Petrino dialing up 70 last week. Yeah, when's the last time the Hogs scored 70? That'll be during the Ken Hatfield days, maybe. Or when he was the head coach there, Coach Petrino.
Rashard Smith, the dangerous return man, cut down at the 22. Into the archive. Speaking of 1980, the Holiday Bowl, BYU and SMU, one of the great comebacks of all time. Craig James ran for 225, Eric Dickerson 110. SMU had a 20-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go. Jim McMahon yelling at fans who were leaving early. BYU scores, onside kick, another touchdown, block, punt, and then this for the capper. The Hail Mary to Clay Brown. That tied it. BYU won it on the extra point. One of the great finishes in the history of bowl season.
And has yet to lose to this SMU program. They're 5-0 coming into tonight's, 4-0 coming into tonight's game.
We get our first look at Kevin Jennings. And he dumps it off to Rooster Knighton. Just Jennings and Stone, we told you at the top of the broadcast, this is no, you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. This is a case of you have 2 number 1s.
Yes, indeed. And we knew Preston Stone was going to play the first 2 series. Kevin Jennings going to play the next 2, the 3rd and the 4th series.
Last week against Houston Christian, Jennings got in for 5 drives, led SMU to 4 touchdowns. That was a dangerous throw. Mark Collins broke it up.
When their first down in this game, before Kevin Jennings entered the game, he had 6 plays and 3 of them for negative yards. And just not a whole lot of room to throw the football. They like to play a lot of zone with BYU. R.J. Maryland might have a shot to have a big game here.
Jennings up the gut. Cuts it to the outside, that great speed, and Preston Stone can run. Yeah. Jennings has that extra gear.
I love watching Kevin Jennings play. He's took his team in high school to a state championship at Dallas South Oak Cliff. Hadn't been to the state championship game since the 1950s. So you know that he is a well-celebrated young man when he goes back to his high school.
And last year when Preston Stone hurt his foot at the end of the season, Jennings started the conference championship and led SMU to an AAC title with a win against Tulane. Finds Smith in the flat. And Brashard Smith into BYU territory. Brashard Smith was a return man slot receiver at Miami. When he was in the portal, Rhett Lashley was watching Isaiah Pacheco, who we saw last night for the Chiefs, and said, that's Brashard Smith. Decided he wanted to move Smith to running back. So far it's worked.
He's kind of taken over. A really explosive player when he gets going.
They feed Smith again. Navigates through a tight space to the 44.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to compare guys to Pacheco and Kansas City. He runs so hard each and every time he touches the football. He's got to be a coach's dream. But to hand the ball to a guy, you know every time he touches it, he's going to give you everything he has.
Jalen Knighton will relieve Brashard Smith.
Another talented running back stepping in. And finally, SMU has a little bit of life to this offense.
Double tight end set. Knighton on third down. And he's going to be short. It looked like he had it and then was driven back.
Well, they're not shy about going for it on fourth down. They're 2 of 3 on fourth down, but didn't get a whole lot of movement along the offensive line. But I thought that Knighton was going to come out of there and actually pick up the first down quite easily, and he gets tripped up.
Trying that left side with P.J. Williams and Savion Byrd. L.J. Johnson is the running back now. And a timeout by Rhett Lashley.
And make sure that he's got everything buttoned up here on this important fourth down call.
SMU looking to move the chains and get on the board.
Lord, that's how I get by.
Pizza party feeling stale? But wait, there's Marco's! Refresh the routine with Marco's new Margarita Magnifico. Fresh mozzarella, sliced Roma tomatoes, finished with a bright basil drizzle. Try Margarita Pizza the Marco's way for just $10.99.
Skechers is built tough because we know your work is tough. We start with slip-resistant outsoles, waterproof insulated uppers, electrical hazard safety rating, steel toes, and the all-day comfort of Skechers memory foam. Skechers, the #1 work footwear brand in America.
With Claritin, relieving your allergies is a walk in the park. Get fast, all-day relief of your worst allergy symptoms, like nasal congestion. Live Claritin Clear.
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
Hi, guys.
Bill, you look great.
Now that I have Inspire, I'm free from struggling with the mask and the hose.
Inspire?
Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside my body with a click of this button.
Where you going?
I'm going to get Inspire.
Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
In a crisis, your #1 need is food. But if you wait to stock up, all you'll find at the grocery store are empty shelves. But here's the good news.
4 Patriots is offering a special buy one get 2 free deal on its best-selling 72-hour survival food kits. This kit has 20 servings of delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all designed to last for 25 years. Go to 4patriots.com. This deal won't last. Go to 4patriots.com now.
What's the #1 item in a crisis? Food. Because when the world goes sideways, grocery shelves get picked bare and people worry they'll go hungry. That's why you need 4 Patriots' best-selling 3-month survival food kit. Food designed to last for 25 years, tastes great, and is easy to make. Packed with 688 servings and 24 delicious meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Get your food kit with free shipping and free mini kits at 4patriots.com.
Fourth and 1 for SMU. Rhett Lashley using his first timeout. Kevin Jennings coming into the game for the 3rd series, as has been the plan.
Well, it's been almost apples to apples. 6 plays with Preston Stone in the game. Negative 18 yards. Kevin Jennings enters the game. 6 plays, 35 yards, and a couple of first downs. And here we are on 4th down.
Jennings with a quarterback plunge for a first.
He made that look easy, didn't he? Right behind his center, Ja'Kai Clark. And they get nice movement up front. And a SMU first down.
Jennings again started the last 2 games of last season with Stone recovering from a broken fibula. Jennings got all the first-team reps in the spring, and then they split the fall reps 50-50 with the first team. Here's the blitz. Jennings gets rid of it, able to complete. Romello Brinson out across the 30-yard line, and a first down for SMU.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get a hands to the face call. And Jordan Hudson was really doing a nice job out on the edge, but somebody had a handful of his face mask. And I think it may have been Mark Collins. We'll wait for the official word here, but I don't know if they missed it or they actually called it just late. What a nice job that
after the play is over.
Here we go.
Personal foul, late hit with targeting. Defense, number 28. That's a 15-yard penalty. The previous play is under review.
Well, that's still, they missed the hands to the face, but we'll get a chance to see it. He's got a handful of helmet, just pushing it back right there, and that's a second one.
I want to bring in Matt Austin, our rules analyst. Matt, he uses the helmet, but it looks like it's the side of the helmet, not the crown of the helmet.
Anish, you're exactly right. He's not a defensive player. He's got to use the crown of the helmet for it to be a foul. I don't see this in the crown at all. I think they're going to take this targeting off. But I do also agree with Andre that they could have had hands in the face on number 2.
He just had him by the face mask. And what a nice job Jordan Hudson was doing in terms of blocking out in space. But how do you miss that?
I got the official right on the sideline. No face mask call. And again, the crown of the helmet is that 6-inch radius right at the very top of the helmet. And you see Wall leads with the helmet, but it's the side of the helmet.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. The 15-yard personal foul late hit will still be enforced. 1st and 10, SMU.
Boy, and it's been a big difference since Kevin Jennings has entered this football game. And SMU all of a sudden has life, and they're going right down the field against a talented, experienced defense of BYU, who basically owned for this first quarter, the first couple of drives.
Now the quarterback comparison tilting in Jennings' favor early on.
I didn't think there was a chance that Jennings would be back in an SMU uniform after last season.
Yeah, you told me that when we had SMU last year. You said it's going to be awfully hard to keep both. Quarterback run. Jennings to the outside. Alfrey had him in his talons, and he still picks up 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
There's not a whole lot there, and I thought maybe there was an opportunity to cut it back inside. Little quarterback counter, trying to wait till blocks were set up where he could get inside, but just really nowhere to go. He made something out of nothing.
Down here, quarterback run becomes a big part of the offense.
And I don't see R.J. Maryland in the game right now. This is a spot for him and down in the red zone.
Jennings to the end zone in traffic, incomplete.
Well, that's where in zone coverage in these, you got to use your eyes. Take your eyes to Jordan Hudson, and then Romello Brinson is standing wide open. I mean, look there, look hard, get Jacob Robinson to break and then check it down and allow Brinson to maybe even get in the end zone. He's throwing it into a crowded area. You've got a corner drop into safety over the top and a linebacker underneath. And you got number 3 sitting out in the flat, wide open.
Well, you brought up R.J. Maryland. He has come into the game in that H-back position. Maryland the motion man. Jennings fakes the throw, stays on his feet, dropped from behind. He's going to be a little shy of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And I got to believe SMU's going for it.
Yeah, he's got some stuff that you just can't teach. I mean, he sees the immediate rush. Jack Kelly's coming free. This is a pass, a drop back pass, and it all of a sudden becomes or looks like a quarterback run.
Jumbo package here on 4th and 1 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
They bring their fullback in, Stone Eby. Who's a lead blocker.
Bigger back, L.J. Johnson in there. Off the bootleg, throw to the end zone, off the hands of the intended target, the tight end Hibner, and BYU takes over on downs.
Sometimes it's just the simple things to make it work or to get where you want to go. They got tremendous push on the last 4th down, go back there. But then they allow a free runner on the quarterback. It speeds up the process. Guys aren't ready for the football quite yet, and that's where the incompletion happens.
A 12-play drive that stalls out inside the BYU 10. Cougars take over at the 6-yard line. L.J. Martin is the deep back.
I like throwing from this back here.
You do?
I do, but it's got to be quick. When you've got an experienced quarterback that realizes ball's got to come out quickly.
Safety blitz. Martin right up the gut. Bulldozes his way across the 10 to the 11.
What do I know? When you have an experienced offensive line, you just run behind the big 5, the 5 big guys. Connor Pay leading the way right up the middle. And it looks like Martin kind of limping off a little bit.
He had a nagging shoulder injury.
This looks like ankle area.
They wanted to limit him the first couple of weeks. Hurt himself in the spring, and Hinckley Ropati, redshirt senior out of California, is in at running back. He gets the call. Sidesteps one defender. It's a short gain for Ropati, who is expecting his first child, a baby girl, with he and his wife next week.
He got in the end zone last week, and they both split carries equally. He had 13 carries, also had a touchdown, but he missed all of last season with an injury. And injuries have kind of slowed him a little bit, but he's healthy finally and ready to go.
Torn left MCL and a detached meniscus a year ago. 3rd and 2. Speed option. Ropati tries to turn the corner. Tracked down by Cale Sanders. He's going to be shy.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it away, and with holding to a 3 and out, it looks that SMU is going to have some decent field position here. With Roderick Daniels Jr. back to receive this punt.
The visitors from Provo take a 7-0 lead into quarter number 2.
concerned about SMU's offense. How have you held them scoreless?
Well, defense is making plays. I mean, we got to take care of the football on offense, but, they change up quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks are athletic, so we got to make sure that we focus on the fundamentals, sound tackling, and play smart football.
What's it like having your defensive coordinator, Jay Hill, back in the box?
It's great to have the whole family back together again. So he's doing a great job in the box. The guys are doing great down here, but we've got 3 more quarters to go. We've got a lot of football to play.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Jay Hill suffered a heart attack just a few days before the season opener. Was in the press box last week offering suggestions. Kalani Sitake called the plays on defense. Now Hill back to calling the plays.
Yeah, you got guys that, if he's back this soon, there's no excuse for you as a player not to just pour out everything you have for 60 minutes and represent not only the program but your defensive coordinator who's toughing it out after what he's gone through the last week or so.
If you're just joining us, SMU got down inside the BYU 10, stopped on 4th and 1. BYU took over, goes 3 and out, and it's now created a short field for SMU. Kevin Jennings back out there for his second series for the Mustangs at quarterback.
Yeah, 9 passes have been thrown, every one of them to a different receiver.
Which is par for the course for SMU. Smith using the turbo.
Oh, wow.
And then the hit stick.
I can see why they compare him to Pacheco in Kansas City. He didn't go out of bounds, didn't step out. He's looking for some contact. Exactly what number 10 would do in KC. It's a nice run, excellent edge blocks. One thing about these receivers, they will do the unselfish stuff, which is block downfield.
Smith this time hit in the backfield. Mangelson with the TFL. Well, Andre, when you've got 6 wide receivers competing for playing time, to get on the field, you've got to do the little things.
Well, here's the quarterback comparison in a way, in a little bit different way. You see Stone in the game, and then Jennings comes in. They amount to 72 yards right away, and you're just kind of looking. When you're in a tough game, you're looking for a spark. This isn't a move to where they're looking for a spark. This was by design that he was going to play the 3rd and 4th series.
Blitz off the edge. Jennings has room, and how about the recovery? Shea Bryant Strother.
What a play. Gets him right around the shoelaces pretty much. Little outside linebacker blitz. And if he doesn't trip Jennings up, he's going to go for a while.
That goes for no gain, but this BYU defense, which struggled most of last year, 4 TFLs, and they've shut out what a season ago was one of the top offenses in the country. And another timeout, SMU down to 1. BYU, for the most part, has controlled the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10, SMU.
Second up the half.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
People call it the biggest small town festival in Minnesota.
And we came up with the idea of creating a community s'mores table.
The Hershey Company got wind of this, sent 40,000 candy bars.
Made my day 100 times better. I love s'mores so much.
ProPlan is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and help extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina ProPlan, always advancing.
More dropping in. More getting out there. More soaking it up. Pacifico, life's waiting.
Okay, ideas, where are we going?
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you, I've swiped on you. No.
Ooh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe. Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
I ain't many that'll build like me. I'm the last of my kind.
the future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. X-Chair puts in the work so you don't have to. Celebrate Labor Day with up to $400 off, including free LMAX. Sale ends September 16th.
A snapshot of some of the ESPN Plus games tomorrow. If you're wondering what TNTC is, that is not Dynamite Carbonite, it's Tennessee Tech. They're at Georgia. Samford meets Florida. Billy Napier making a quarterback change. LSU tries to bounce back from the loss to USC.
DJ Lagway, now a starter at Florida. He came in the game and moved him a little bit last week.
3rd and 10. Jennings backpedaling. Too high. Almost found something on the back end. Incomplete.
It was Knighton, I think, up the seam. The running back late up the seam is where I think Kevin Jennings was going with it. Gets immediate pressure right in his face, and you don't want that as a quarterback. Blake Mangelson was the guy that with the pressure, and that disrupted the rhythm of Kevin Jennings.
Looked like the old Texas route for Knighton, and then Maryland reached up. May have affected Knighton.
Yep.
Long field goal here. Colin Rogers, his kick is up and good. 53 for Rogers, a new career high. Hit from 52 earlier this year.
You're worried if the snap gets there in the hole. It was all perfect, the entire operation, and he nailed one there. Would have been good from much farther out.
This season, All-State celebrates every field goal and extra point made with a donation to the participating university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, All-State. Now, Rogers had a 52-yarder in that Week 1 win at Nevada, a game in which Rhett Lashley called out his team. He said they played undisciplined, had to rally in the second half despite being a big favorite in that contest. Got the win much better last week against Houston Christian as expected. But BYU's physicality has given SMU some issues already.
Yeah, right in the trenches. The defensive line, and it's coming from a lot of different guys. I mean, you're talking about backup stepping in Strother, who made one heck of a tackle on Jennings to put him in 3rd and long.
We had SMU's leading tackler from a season ago, Kobe Wilson, wearing a microphone before the game.
You know what time it is, baby? You know what time it is, baby? Come on, baby. Come on. Every play. Come on. They ain't ours, the new one. Right, man. Let me chill. Let's do it. Let's do it loud. SMU. Come on, baby. Let's go, baby.
Oh, I love it. Love getting that extra insight.
Retzlaff sacked. Big number 81, Jared Harrison Hunt, one of 3 former Miami Hurricanes on that defensive line.
Yeah, they decided to go to the transfer portal, where 18 of them were from Power 4 schools, and 8 were defensive linemen. Number 81, Jared Harrison Hunt, being one of those 8. Tried to remake the defensive line through the transfer portal, and they have done an outstanding job there.
So good up front a season ago. Rhett Lashley, the head coach, has the Miami ties. He was the offensive coordinator there for 2 years. Retzloff over the middle, juggled and dropped by Tasse, who had the BYU touchdown.
Trying to get him involved. They got to save him, right? His catch, touchdown to catch ratio. Hey, you want him down in the red zone. Save me, coach. You're messing up things for me. Gotta have that one, though, a screen pass.
How about this formation? And now a whistle. Timeout is called.
Timeout. BYU, their first of the half.
Kalani Sitake wants to talk it over before 3rd and 17.
Old Trapper Beefs, camping catastrophes.
So the kids want to go camping again.
Well, yeah, let's go camping.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Just what I've been looking for.
Relax. You booked a Verbo.
Sargento! They're salty, they're sweet, balanced rates can't be beat. Fruit and nuts for you, natural cheese and crackers too. All together in a pack, the delicious balanced snack.
Sargento. We're real cheese people.
You know what's crazy?
That this is better than cooking at home? I mean, more affordable than groceries.
Of course.
Good.
Groceries are expensive.
Thought I was in trouble there for a sec.
Oh, you are.
Your dreams, make them real. J'adore Dior.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now. We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
Our Friday night spotlight is on SMU punter Isaac Pearson, who's from Australia and is the grandson and son of coal miners. From the ages of 17 to 21, he worked in the mines on heavy machinery as a mechanic, at times 800 yards below ground. After his 12-hour shifts, he'd play Madden and pick the Steelers as his team, and they happened to have an Australian punter named Jordan Berry. Isaac found out where he trained, and his leg eventually brought him to the United States. He told me the years in the mine grew him so much closer to his dad and was impacted by the sacrifices that his father made for his family. And gentlemen, this is interesting. He's a featured player on EA Sports College Football 25. Yes, he got the $600 for being in the game. He told me he bought another Xbox with it. He plays all the time, and he punts on second downs regularly.
And he's probably himself while he's punting it.
He is, of course.
That's great
If
stuff.
you were a punter in the game,
How
you would
many
punt
yards
on
did he
second
say
down.
underground? That's crazy.
800 yards. Wow. 8 football fields.
Retzloff misfires badly, and 2 straight possessions now where BYU's gone backwards.
Almost like the fortunes have changed, where BYU is so dominant, both on offense and defense. The adjustments that SMU has made on the fly has them very much back in this game.
When you're SMU, you've gone Stone for 2 series, Jennings for 2. Who's coming out at quarterback?
If I'm coaching, it's Jennings because he's moved us. And with all that heat that's coming, you need a guy that can kind of equalize that.
Penalty marker down.
Kicking team, number 26, 5-yard penalty.
Well, we saw the penalties with SMU. Now all of a sudden they've creeped their way to the sideline of the guys in the white jerseys. But to his word, Rhett Lashley is going to come back with Preston Stone.
The last punt by Sam Vanderhaar. Surprise, surprise, another Australian almost blocked. He's replacing a good one, Ryan Rico, a 4-year starter. Roderick Daniels, dangerous in space. Took a punt back for a TD against Temple last year. Outstanding special teams tackle by Wall.
Tanner Wall, one of the safeties in there for BYU on the tackle.
Your lineup for the weekend on ABC and ESPN. The U.S. Open women's final is tomorrow. Jessica Pegula seeking her first Grand Slam title. And then you've got an ABC college football triple header. It wraps up with Tennessee and NC State. That's in Charlotte. The U.S. Open men's singles championship Sunday at 2. Monday Night Football.
Holding, receiving team, number 40, 10-yard penalty. First down.
So there's the penalty. Jets and 49ers on Monday Night Football. Last year, Aaron Rodgers' season lasted all of 4 plays in the Monday Night opener against Buffalo before that torn Achilles. You saw the comparison between Stone and Jennings.
Both guys complete for the season at a high rate. Last week, Preston Stone was 66%. Jennings was 71%.
And Stone out there with the first team offense in the huddle. Stone 13-2 as a starter. Big-time recruit who came to SMU out of high school, 4-star, top 150 player who turned down pretty much every big-name program to play for his hometown team. He'll keep it, sidesteps 1 and nosedives to the 34-yard line, a gain of a couple.
The highest-rated players in program history was Preston Stone. Offers from just about everywhere. An ESPN 4-star player. He has proven that he can win. That's for sure. Only 2 losses on his resume.
He gets sacked again. Isaiah Glasker, a 6'5", 235-pound heat-seeking missile.
Will you agree that BYU's playing Stone a little different than they play Jennings? They're bringing the heat on Preston Stone, and they're finding a way to get home. It's allowing the pass blocks to set themselves and then bringing heat behind it, and they're finding a way to the quarterback.
It's 3rd and long.
We're creeping up again.
They need the 42. Pressure from the middle. Stone blown up. Almost picked by Taggart.
Boy, just hanging one up over the middle like that. You wonder how in the world it doesn't get picked off. I mean, just pressure off the edges. Jack Kelly, Nelson from inside, John Nelson. And then there, Harrison Taggart should have come up with an interception.
And now the question for Rhett Lashley, do you stay with Stone or do you go back to Jennings? Parker Kingston, he's got speed. Taken down across the 35. Now you told me, Andre, yes, Rhett Lashley wants to see somebody pull away in this derby, but sometimes you find out from the other guys on the team.
No, it's the locker room that chooses who's going to be the starting quarterback. And they will play, believe it or not, they will play harder for one guy over the other. And they'll tell you, come up to you in the locker room. It's happened to me at Houston with David Dacus. They just, hey, we got you. When you come in the game, we got you. And that's, you know, it's hard to believe for fans to believe that, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah, great insight. Ropati goes wide. Still no L.J. Martin. Retzlaff misfires again. Pressure from Jefferson. So L.J. Martin left the game a couple of series ago. He was limping off the field and has yet to come back in.
And again, it's been excellent defensive line play from both teams. I mean, there you get a pass knocked down by Jefferson. BYU, all kind of heat and pressure from Nelson up the middle. Mangelson has made his way, and we have yet to really call Tyler Batty's name, arguably the best defensive lineman on their team.
He is a future pro. Ropati searching for a hole, and Jefferson dumps him after a gain of 2. 3rd down, 8 to go.
And both teams have found a way to get the other team's offense in 3rd and long type situations.
Going quickly. They run the ball. Ropati out to the 42, well shy of the marker. Looked like they were trying to catch SMU off guard. Now a long look to the sideline. Punt team still not out there.
I think they're coming. When you're on your negative side of the field, you're going to go ahead and punt it this early in the game, and you have a lead. So that defense of BYU is playing so well that why not punt it away and try to force a 3 and out and get better field position.
Landon Rico will punt. He is the younger brother of Ryan Rico, BYU's punter the last 4 years, who made the Bengals 53-man roster. That's a strong leg. Daniels inside the 10. Cutting a jagged path out to the 30, and he is dropped just shy of the 30-yard line by Bruce Mitchell. SMU gets the ball back. 9:29 to go in this first half. Will it be Stone or Jennings? It will be Jennings to lead the Mustangs.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
So this is pickleball? It's basically tennis for babies, but for adults.
It should be called wiffle tennis.
Pickle! Yeah, These guys are intense.
We got nothing to worry about. With E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, we're ready for whatever gets served up.
Dude, you gotta work on your trash talk.
I'd rather work on saving for retirement.
Or college, since you like to get schooled. That's a pretty good burn, right?
Got him.
Game.
Thanks for coming to our clinic. First one's free.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free fix finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
What's up with your dad, Chloe?
Ever since he got AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy, he's been up on his high horse.
Best deal got me feeling like a big old cowboy.
That's a very high horse.
Perhaps you can wait in the waiting room? I'll just go wait in the waiting room.
Ride high with AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. The ones who keep facilities up and running know that the right partner can turn every challenge into mission accomplished. Industrial-grade products backed by professional-grade expertise. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
UFC 306. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Kelsey Riggs with this studio update, and over on ESPN, we've got an All-American semifinal at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Francis Tiafoe, Taylor Fritz. It's 4-3 right now in the first set. Something to keep an eye on. One American going to the finals in the U.S. Open for the first time since 2006, Anish.
Kevin Jennings out for his third series. Preston Stone has had 3. Two-quarterback system for SMU. Stone has seen most of the snaps through 2 games. Smith brings this in with one hand. Boy, he's got some juke, he's got some quickness, and he's got a first down. All 3 Preston Stone possessions for SMU resulted in 3 and outs, and the drives went for negative yards. Look at what Jennings did. That's in black.
It's, you know, a good problem to have when you have 2, but when one's outplaying the other against a good opponent, you got to ride the hot hand.
And a big hole for Smith, who makes his way out to the 46. Gain of 7 on the play. Rashard Smith, another one of those Miami transfers. Rhett Lashley helped recruit him to Coral Gables initially. Back to Smith. Pinballs off Maryland.
Nice run.
And gets the first down with the second effort.
He is a tough runner, both inside, and he's got the speed to get outside. They'll give him a break and bring in the talented Jalen Knighton, another one of those Miami guys that you were talking about. He's got the speed, most speed of the backs, of all the backs at SMU, that we'll see maybe 4 with the true freshman Derek McFall playing.
Jennings keeps. Now that's one of his strengths when you watch the tape. He's so good at getting skinny on those runs up the middle.
And Tyler Batty entering the conversation. He's in on that stop. Talented defensive end. He has been around, which seems like forever at BYU, but he's the guy that makes this defense go. You have to account for where number 92 is lining up.
Jennings, the check down to Knighton. Good hands by the running back out of the backfield, bumped out by Jack Kelly. Third down.
We got a BYU player getting up a little slowly, but you know, I threw this at you a little bit early. I felt like BYU is playing Stone way different than they play Jennings. And it's a little bit more respect and zone drops when Jennings is in the game, and Stone, they are bringing the heat.
They're concerned about Jennings' ability to run more than they are Stone's.
Especially if you don't get home when you blitz.
Knighton, great lead block. Maryland again clearing the way.
When Maryland trips him up, you know, you get, I mean, the foot, he's trying to throw a block for him, but go ahead and engage, big guy. Because that run, I thought, would go a little bit longer for Knighton. It looked like a lot more room, a little bit more room over there to run to.
Tempo off the first down. Jennings downfield, incomplete, too high for Jordan Hudson. They feel Hudson has a chance to be that next SMU NFL wide receiver. We've seen Cortland Sutton. We saw Rashee Rice last night, Cole Beasley, Danny Gray, James Prochet, Trey Quinn, all draft picks as well.
Kind of felt like that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Someone got a hand on it, and it's Tyler Batty.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that may have been a completion to Hudson down the field.
Instead, 2nd and 10. Here's the toss. Smith tracked down from the backside.
And that's the inexperience showing itself right there, Anish. When you're, you know, Pop Warner at a high school, sometimes you get away without speeding everybody. Where you've got a ton of speed, you're going to bounce plays. Sometimes you have to take what's there and just get up the field for about a 3-4 yard gain and live with it.
Crew Wakely with the tackle in space.
If you didn't hear us earlier, Smith is a former wide receiver turned running back.
This could be 4-down territory. Pressure from up the middle. Jennings downfield, incomplete. Good coverage by Evan Johnson. It's 4th down. Kind of in no man's land, but you've got a kicker with a leg, and they're going to give Rodgers a try from 50 plus. He hit from 53 earlier.
I thought it was a little bit better effort on the part of Jordan Hudson, and if I'm in at quarterback or I'm Jennings or Stone, I'm telling him exactly that. Hey, give me a little bit better effort on that reception or on the pass to him.
This is from 52. A 53-yarder earlier, a career high. And Rodgers splits the uprights. 2 field goals from 50 plus for Colin Rodgers. Kevin Jennings has been able to move SMU offensively.
Well, the entire operation clean, the snap, the hole, and certainly the kick. Plenty long enough.
Already,
we got a ball game, big guy.
50 plus on the young season, and 2+ games for Colin Rodgers. And the decision for Rhett Lashley, Preston Stone, who was your incumbent, Kevin Jennings, the challenger. What do you do the rest of this game? The 3 drives where Jennings has been in there, the offense just has had more of a pulse.
It really has, and he's got a tough decision. But as we talked about, the team will make that decision for Rhett Lashley. The guys just tend to reach down a little bit deeper for one over the other, and it's just how it is.
You know, Andre, the issue with that, though, is how long will that take, right? I mean, you have some critical games coming up for SMU. I mean, 10 Power 4 opponents this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen. It's almost got to happen tonight, where you rely on one or the other. Who's got the hot hand? Who wants to be out there? Well, there's a question. I don't think that's a question for either. But it's a close game, and you've got to find the guy that's moving the offense.
Yeah,
and right now it's Jennings.
The flip side to it all, though, Andre, is that you know better than anyone as a quarterback, it takes time to get into a groove, to feel the rhythm of a game, and you got 2 series here or 2 series there. It's tough on both of them.
I would agree with you, except you know the situation going in. You know that you're going to play 2 series, the other guy is going to get 2 series, and then we'll figure it out from there. Right now, Kevin Jennings is in a groove.
Rashee Rice had the game against the Ravens last night, here to support his alma mater. Potty can't hold on. He heard footsteps. 24, Kobe Wilson closing quick, and Retzloff now 4 for 11.
And to kind of put a bow on Clark's point, it's why the defensive coordinator, Jay Hill, is calling the game differently with one guy over the other. And so if you're having success, you got to figure out, you know, pretty quickly, I've got to leave the guy out that's giving us a chance right now to win, not the guy that's going backwards.
Ropati bulldozes forward, shy of the 20. It's 3rd down. BYU's had, meanwhile, 3 straight 3-and-outs. Their offense has been stuck in quicksand. L.J. Martin, since he left, this offense hasn't been the same.
Well, Scott Simmons, he has dialed up some good stuff defensively himself for SMU, where he is. BYU started this game hot on both sides, and that's quickly changed as we've gotten deeper here into the 2nd quarter.
Both teams below 100 yards of total offense. Retzloff, trouble with the snap, picks it up. Chased by Roberts. Wilson coming to help, and he throws that away too high. Lassiter, the closest receiver, and it was Deuce Harmon in coverage. 5 straight incompletions for Jake Retzloff, the one-time #1 junior college quarterback.
Watch Kobe Wilson right here. Retzloff is concerned with him coming off the edge right here, and he takes his eyes away from the football. The gun snapped just long enough. It's exactly why I tell you week to week how much I dislike the shotgun. For situations just like that, if I'm under center, I can see him. I can still drop, have him in my vision. When I'm in the gun, I got to make sure I'm handling the gun snap first.
Good kick by Rico. It takes an SMU bounce. It hit someone. It looked like it hit a Mustang. It hit Crossley, and BYU has it.
Boy, in a close game, that could amount to a huge situation for BYU if they're able to go down and put points on the board. Just doing his job blocking, clearly hits him maybe twice on the shoulder and the calf. And this is BYU football. Now, you know me so well.
The ruling on the field,
Anish.
the kick was touched by the receiving team and recovered by the kicking team. First down.
What am I doing right here if I'm the play caller for BYU? We're
I know
going
you
deep.
want to take
We're going
shot.
deep right here. Right here, right now.
I want to bring in Matt Austin here in a moment. Matt was Crossley blocked into the punt.
Anish, that's a very subjective call. Usually to be blocked into, you have to be displaced from your area on the field. I think he was just engaged in a block and the ball hit him. So, no, I think it's a good call to not go with blocked into.
Meanwhile, McGill, the open field tackle on Lassiter. So, Andre, they take the quick screen. That vein in your forehead bulges when teams go into the shotgun and they don't take a shot off of sudden change.
Yeah, I mean, Mac Brown is the best at it. He did it at Texas. He has the same philosophy at North Carolina. You make a team pay because the defense, they're ticked off because they're right back on the field. And so they don't want to be out. They want to rest right now. I'd go right at them.
Technically, that goes as a run, backwards pass on the delay. Ropati finds his seam and rumbles across the 30 out to the 27, just shy of the marker.
Nice job up front, Connor Pay clearing out the way up front. Nice block inside, and they seal things off with the tight end. Tasse with an excellent kick out block as well. Third down and short. They've got to find a way to hold for a field goal here if you're SMU.
Tasse and Erickson, the two tight ends. Ropati. This will be close.
Very close, and it looks like he's limping a little bit. LJ Martin limped off the field in the first quarter. Ropati replaced him, and he goes in motion. Looked like he's limping a little bit.
Going to be a little short, 4th and 1. Miles Davis comes in for Ropati at running back. And the offense is out there.
They're testing the depth in that running back room.
ESPN Analytics says in this situation, you go for it. And a timeout by SMU, their final timeout of the first half.
Rhett Lashley realizes just how important this play is. Because if you get a stop here, you've got plenty of time with 2:50 left, and you're going to get the 2-minute timeout to stop the clock as well.
And they go so fast, timeouts don't matter as much to them when they have the football. A triple header tomorrow on the ACC network. It starts at noon from the Carrier Dome. Georgia Tech looking to start 3-0. You know what the last time that happened was?
When's that?
2016.
Wow.
Charlotte meets North Carolina. App State brings the slingshot to Clemson. That's our good buddy Strawberry.
Yeah.
Sacrificed.
We remember him from the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Went down in a blaze of glory at the Pop-Tarts Bowl. It's not how he died, it's how he lived. Ever so briefly, but an immortal. 4th and 1. Miles Davis, the Jazz man, the running back. Lassiter in motion.
And they're bringing pressure. Here comes the pressure.
SMU loading the box. Retzloff in the gun. Play clock down to 5. Davis into an ambush. Turnover on downs.
Might have taken the points there if I'm Kalani Sitake, because you're bringing in a cold back in Miles Davis. You got L.J. Martin hurt, Rapati's limping, and then right in the middle, Kobe Wilson is going to make this play. Sees it, reads it, and that's a lot of film study right there, ladies and gentlemen. To make a play that fast, going that direction, you've seen it on film time and time again this week.
You can make the case Kobe Wilson's been the best player in this game in the first half. Paul?
Yeah, we'll monitor L.J. Martin, Anish. He was the leading rusher in 2023. It's a left ankle, so you have to think if he was healthy, that ball would have been right in his stomach, and he would have been a great resource to get that first down.
Kevin Jennings to lead the offense in the 2-minute drill. Screen to the outside, Keyshawn Smith. And he bubbles to the 34-yard line. Smith, big play potential.
I'm thinking if you're hurrying, you can get 2 plays before the 2-minute timeout.
Jennings over the middle, threads it to Brinson. Pinballs to the 40 of BYU.
This may be, got a flag down, but a nice ball by Jennings into the belly of Brinson, but this may come back.
Offense, number 54, 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Savion Byrd, the left guard, is the guilty culprit out of right here in Duncanville. That's one heck of a program, high school program here in the Dallas area.
SMU was using the transfer portal well before everybody was, and their formula, go get Power 5 guys from Dallas to come home like Byrd.
Yeah, he basically tackles John Nelson, who was coming free on Kevin Jennings.
SMU out of timeouts. They've got the 2-minute timeout. Tunnel screen. And Brinson close to the original line of scrimmage. We come to the 2-minute timeout. It is a 1-point lead for the visitors, BYU. Jennings in there for SMU. Looking to tack on a few more before halftime.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
You have all the ingredients for this in your fridge. But ask yourself this. Of all the times you've made it at home, has it ever tasted like our McMuffin? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Oopsies. You go.
No, you go.
Oh.
Go for the handful.
Who would have thought that the crunchy poppers from Pop-Tarts could pack such a powerful crunch in an itsy-bitsy cute bite?
I did. I thought they could.
Crunchy Poppers. Small munch. Big crunch.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic. And it responds to snoring so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house. Because the Tempur-Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it. All night, every night. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets and experience the deep, undisturbed rest of Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
Let's unretire. Why not?
22! On you! Let's go!
I'm good right here, bro.
T-Mobile savings, take one.
Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy?
Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line. Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
Kelsey Riggs going to be with you coming up at the half. We're talking about the Texas-Michigan game, the first regular season meeting. What's the key in that one? Plus, Dylan Raiola. What can he and Nebraska do to take down Colorado? And we're mulling it over. LSU and Clemson. Who needs to bounce back more than ever? We've got the whole crew, Joey Galloway, Dan Mullen with me in just a few minutes. See you then, guys.
That young man in Nebraska can play. He can sling it, baby. Oh, can he sling it around?
And Matt Rule's got himself a quarterback.
Yes, he does.
3rd down and 9. Jennings. Buying time. Throws. First down. Keyshawn Smith, another catch. 5th-year senior from San Diego.
Well, they overcome the penalty to pick up the first down. About a minute 50 here.
And that momentarily stops the clock. They didn't have the chain set. Bailey, another first down catch at the 40 of BYU. And that'll momentarily stop the clock. It's an offense that works at warp speed. Orbit motion from Bailey. Knighton, the team's leading rusher last year, the hurdle, and he flies out of bounds.
It's plays like that that's what I'm talking about. Extra effort when one guy is in the game and they just kind of feel that things are starting to come together. That's what I mean by playing hard for one guy as opposed to the other.
Both quarterbacks, Stone and Jennings, named captains. Brett Lashley felt both deserved to play. This might be Jennings' game. Jennings got blocked from Knighton. Lowering that left shoulder and ducks to the 20-yard line. Clock will continue to run. SMU out of timeouts.
You talked about tempo and getting to the line of scrimmage and going at warp speed. It allows them with a new communication from the sideline to quarterback. With a communication system in his helmet, they can go even faster.
Smith, he's got room and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 52 seconds. Part of what makes their tempo work, they use a lot of directional positioning with their receivers. Certain guys know they're always lining up on the right. And the others always on the left.
Then it allows you to just line up and go. And part of that going fast is having success, because you're not going, you're basically going fast to punt if you're not.
3rd and 8. Rogers, the kicker, has 2 field goals. Delayed blitz. Over the middle into traffic, incomplete. That was Taggart who got in the backfield. It's 4th down, and Rogers will come on for a 3rd field goal try and a chance to give SMU its first lead.
Nice job by BYU of kind of standing up when they needed to. All of a sudden at SMU, you felt like they had a hot hand and you needed just a stop or an incompletion to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit, and BYU's able to do that, get off the field and hold to this field goal attempt.
A 38-yarder from the near hash. Rogers is hit from 52 and 53. Too easy from 38. SMU with its first lead of the game.
Field goal yards for Colin Rogers, 143, and the total yards of SMU's offense, 145. It's pretty good for a kicker.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
It is indeed that tonight with 3 field goals. perfect on the night.
Now, somewhat surprising. Last year, SMU had one of the highest powered offenses in the country. But again, there are 3 games where they stepped out of their league and played power conference teams. They were held below 20 in every single one of those. They lost all 3 of those. Now, Rhett Lashley was telling us, he said, I get it. With all the talent they have, all the Power 5 transfers on the roster, people thought they would go into the ACC and compete and win right away. He still thinks they can, but sometimes there's an adjustment when you play a power schedule, and this BYU game is the first of 10 straight power conference opponents for SMU, something they haven't done in a generation.
And just kind of get them used to it early, you know, but instead of, you know, hey, let's not put a toe in the water, let's just jump in and start swimming. That's what the schedule makers for SMU did. It's like, hey, we're in the ACC, we're in a Power 4 conference, let's jump right in and learn to swim right away.
A year ago, the Mustangs authored their best season in a long time. 11 wins, AAC champions. The 11 wins, the most since '82, when the backfield was James and Dickerson. Now Retzloff and this BYU offense has to figure it out. They've got 2 timeouts. Sideline throw, Roberts the catch. That's what he does. He's a first down maker.
They do a heck of a job, though, of keeping him in bounds. He's trying to fight to get outside, and Jalen Davis Robinson, he's the guy on the tackle, but he forces Roberts to stay in bounds. Therefore, the clock was still running and forced BYU to spend a timeout.
30-second timeout.
Chase Roberts from American Fork High School, which is where Puka Nacua went to school. Last 4 drives, and it all seemed to kind of start when LJ Martin limped off the field.
Yeah, it did, and you know, all of a sudden the running game is kind of, you know, taking a hit, not as productive with Martin on the bench, and it really put the game in the hands of Jake Retzloff to throw it a bunch. BYU only 99 yards of total offense, and they started off scorching hot.
Will Farron, their kicker, his career long is 50. Retzloff to Ropati. That'll keep the clock running. Ahmad Walker, second leading tackler last year with the stop, and BYU uses its final timeout. So now 24 seconds on the clock.
Timeout. BYU. Their final event.
Let's go back and take a look at that LJ Martin injury where he hurt his left ankle. This was in the first quarter, and a nice inside run, but just rolled that left ankle right there, maybe twice on one play.
Yeah, gentlemen, I've been watching LJ Martin. Athletic training staff taped his left ankle pretty heavily. Watching him try to run and cut, though, on the sideline, he just does not look like himself. I'm not going to speculate here, but his return does not look promising.
Questionable at best, I think. And if you've had an ankle injury, especially high ankle, man, it is frustrating because you want to go so badly until you try to push off. Going straight ahead, that's one thing. It's when you try to cut that you get the feedback that's not positive.
The injury changed the game plan, which was to get Martin the ball a lot.
20-plus touches, what we were told.
Retzloff moves the pocket. He'll run and scampers out of bounds. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. It'll be close.
And stop the clock with 16 seconds left. So at this point, Anish, you're just trying to get to field goal range.
Now you probably need another 17, 15 yards to give Farron a shot.
He's got a big leg now. Career long of 50.
16 seconds, no timeouts. Roberts pursuing Retzloff. Another quarterback run across midfield.
That eats up about 7 seconds, but a positive gain. And so now you're wanting to hit something along the sidelines. So you catch a pass, you get some yardage, and you're able to stop the clock.
So what is SMU trying to do defensively?
Definitely take away the sideline. I mean, no doubt about it.
Trips to the boundary. Retzloff eluding the pursuit. That's not going to do it. It'll momentarily stop the clock. They got to get the field goal team on.
Should be able to spike it with 1 second left on the clock.
3 seconds. They get the spike. And that will give Farron a chance. So that first down momentarily stopped the clock. And it's a long field goal attempt. This will be a 55-yarder for Farron. It would be a new career high. Last time out, he was 2 for 2 from 40 plus. And this one sails wide. They couldn't get close enough for Farron. BYU ending the half with a missed field goal. Big mystery for the second half. Will Preston Stone get a chance, or is this Kevin Jennings' game? 9-7 SMU leads here in the twilight's last gleaming. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. It's the ACC on ESPN from Ford Stadium here in Dallas, Texas, home of the SMU Mustangs. First season in the ACC for SMU. First year in the Big 12 for BYU. Anish Shroff, Andre Ware. The question, which I think has been answered, who's going to be the quarterback in the second half for SMU? Doesn't it have to be Kevin Jennings?
I think I would be totally surprised if it's not Kevin Jennings. The way they've gone about their business, I think he's had 4 possessions, and they've scored on 3 of them, and they gave him the lead in this ball game. Preston Stone came in. They've played him differently. He has seen a much more aggressive defense from BYU. They've been after him. They've forced the ball out of his hands, and he has been hit continuously. Then Kevin Jennings comes in the game, kind of settles SMU down offensively. They don't blitz as much, really trying to make him a passer, and he's more than capable of doing that job, Anish.
Stone 2 for 4, 4 yards. Jennings 10 for 17, 82 yards. And on the drives that Jennings was in, 3 field goals, another stalled inside the BYU 10. Cougars take it out across the 15, and we check in with Paul Carcaterra.
Well, Anish, Preston Stone 13-2 as a starter. Kevin Jennings, tremendous upside. I asked Rhett Lashley who he's going to go with in the second half, and right away he said Kevin Jennings. I asked him why. He said, to be honest with you, just moving the ball better and just more flow offensively, and 3 drives ended in scores. And Anish, another thing that Coach Lashley told me I think I'd like to hear your input on is BYU on tape and what they showed the first few games this season, or last week in their first game, and then last year when they put on the tape, nothing like they're showing tonight. So they've disguised, they've changed their coverages and thrown a wrinkle in terms of what they plan for.
They'll take a shot here off the hands of Epps, and that's a Cark's point defensively. We've seen BYU bring more pressure than they usually do.
Yeah, they're usually a zone team, 2 high safeties. They want to make you drive the field and maybe force a mistake within that drive somewhere where they can get themselves off the field. At certain times, I've never seen BYU this aggressive defensively. And they have pinned their ears back, and they're coming after the quarterback.
Again to the air, and that one fits. It's Lassiter, stiff arm. How about the yak for Darius Lassiter?
He's not finished yet. All the way down to the 25-yard line. He picked up a couple of excellent blocks in the process, but Retzloff, who needed a big completion, finds one in Darius Lassiter. He is a big play receiver. That's what the coaching staff told us this week, and we see it after the catch. Breaking tackles, taking on defenders, and finishing the run.
Longest play of the game, 57 yards for the son of the late, great Kwame Lassiter.
His brother is a player at Kansas. We'll see him next week.
Again to the air. Here's the blitz off the edge. And intercepted. Forced the throw. Kobe Wilson the other way. Tracked down from behind at the 35-yard line.
Well, you have to take care of the football, and that's 2023 Jake Ratzlaff. Those are the mistakes that he made a year ago, and all of a sudden, with no running game, the game's kind of on his shoulders, and you just can't. You've got to eat the sack, go ahead and take the sack and eat it. You can't put the ball up just for grabs like that, and Wilson with an excellent play.
A tale of two plays. 57-yard gain to Lassiter. All that negated. And club takeaway.
And he had a couple of receivers. Cody Epps open. It's where you have to stare down the blitz sometimes, knowing that you're going to get hit and deliver the football. But, man, what a big play by Kobe Wilson.
And just getting started. Second half, Jennings in there. Brashard Smith, just his third game as a running back. Prior to this season, hadn't played running back since Pop Warner.
He's a talent, a special player that's going to certainly help this SMU team throughout the year. And they sub him out. They come back with Knighton, who's equally as talented. I mean, there is no drop-off whatsoever when Smith goes out and Knighton comes in.
Knighton was the team's leading rusher last year. Direct snap. Jennings cut down after a short gain. Glasgow and Collins on the stop.
Quarterback comparison here. 2 of 4 for 4 yards. Minus 25 on the ground for Preston Stone. It's a lot of sacks. And then Kevin Jennings, 82 yards and 32 rushing. He has balanced the stat sheet out for SMU and really given them the lead.
Another third down. Here's the blitz, the pressure. Jennings completes over the middle. It's the tight end, Matthew Hittner, the Michigan transfer, mostly a special teams player with the Wolverines.
That's the difference right now, Anish, is that the ball's coming out against the blitz for big gains and for first downs, where earlier it was sacks.
And now they activate their tempo. Knighton on the counter to the 18.
It's why BYU is aggressive with Stone in the game and less likely to show pressure because of what Stone, the playmaking ability, of Kevin Jennings.
Knighton again. Third down coming up for SMU, which is still without a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's a big third down because I know Rhett Lastly, and he would love to get one in the end zone here, build a little bit of a cushion against a talented BYU team.
Jennings throws. That's caught. And that's going to be just a touch shy. Brinson, another reception. Fourth down. About a yard to go.
Gotta make sure you get the first down marker when you run your route. When you catch the pass and you're engaged, gotta be there already.
You know, I understand analytics. Normally, fourth down, less than a yard to go, you go for it. A field goal still keeps it a one-score game. But this has been a low-scoring game. BYU hasn't done a whole lot offensively.
No, and I don't like this formation already on 4th and short with the shotgun. It allows for too much penetration up front.
Yeah, they want to talk about it.
Well, they did this early in the game, their first 4th down conversion. They called the timeout. It came back with a quarterback sneak. Let's see what they do on the other side.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Get hot and steamy with DiGiorno's limited edition Deadpool pizzas. You'll love them. Or else.
What are we doing?
It's not delivery. It's Deadpool. Sorry, it's DiGiorno. It's Deadpool and DiGiorno.
The Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic automatically responds to snoring, so no more hiding under your pillow, because this system actually detects snoring, then adjusts to help reduce it. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year, with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free Fix Finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
Let's unretire. Why not?
Delay a game.
I'm good right here.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable, the unbelievable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Fourth down and 1 for SMU. The offense comes down on the field. Jennings at the helm. Stone Eby enters as the fullback, 44 in white, or red. And Brashard Smith moves the chains.
Boy, that was just all effort on the part of Brashard Smith. Engaged right around the line of scrimmage, maybe even behind it, with penetration by BYU, and that was just want to and will to pick up the first down.
Hudson, the motion man. Smith spinning and chucked out of bounds by Luke Tomalatai.
Tough to score running the ball against BYU because of that talented and deep defensive line. They get excellent penetration there on the fourth down play. They were there. It's just the effort by Smith, and the want to is just a little bit more, but they are talented up front and very, very deep.
And they have kept SMU out of the end zone tonight. It's a defense that took its lumps a year ago. Last 5 games of 2023 gave up 38 points per. This one to the end zone. And incomplete, no flag. Wanted Hibner. He was covered by Raider DeMooney.
He played as a true freshman last year. It's a heck of a name, isn't it? Raider. Just for a guy on the defensive side of the ball.
Boy, was he looking back toward the ball?
He kind of looked back at the end of it. I thought initially a flag would come out.
And right there,
a lot of hand around, hand around the waist.
And that is not a reviewable play. Jennings pumps. Throws incomplete. Robinson in coverage. Bailey the target.
Now it's time for Jennings to step up as a leader. And when you get to the sideline, you tell receivers, hey, stop looking for pass interference and let's just play. Let the officials call the game. If they're not calling it, it's not there. Let's make an effort to catch the ball as opposed to throwing my hands up asking the official for pass interference.
A 28-yarder for Colin Rogers, who has hit from 53, 52, and 38. And with that field goal, Rogers ties his own school record for most field goals in a game. It's been all Colin Rogers. He's got 12, BYU 7.
The truth about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2 videos and a quick demo. You can change your color here. And all of this started here, detoured here, and ended
down here.
And this pizza wasn't delivery. This was.
I wonder if they do have it.
We do. So whenever you start a project,
Don't worry,
you're not alone.
we can do this together.
So what are you working on?
I own a lot of businesses, so I wear a lot of hats. My restaurant, my tattoo shop, and I also have a nonprofit. But no matter what business I'm in, my network and my tech need to keep up. Thank you, Verizon Business.
Now our businesses get fast and reliable internet from the same network that powers our phones.
All with the security features we need.
Because my businesses are my life.
Man, the fish tacos are blowing up.
So whatever's next, we're cooking with fire.
Let's make it happen!
Switch to the partner businesses rely on.
Arby's is full of choices. You can get your favorite stuff, 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
Thanks. What'd you get? Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double hot, double calf, double sweet. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
To help save for our home, we stopped going on trips and giving each other expensive gifts. We handmade them instead. That one took me 3 weeks. Getting pre-qualified for a home loan is easier. Only took like 3 minutes. It's you.
It's me.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
Well, Andre Ware is going to need a security escort to get out of SMU tonight. 1989, Andre in the first half, 517 yards, 6 TDs. That is still an FBS record for passing yards and a half. Another FBS record that still stands, Houston's 1,021 yards of offense, 95 points, Andre. At what point did you think the game wasn't over?
My only saving grace is I only played the first half in that one. So, hey, and I told a buddy of mine, Marcellus Simmons, that we ended up playing in Canada together in Toronto. I said, hey, tell them to put you in some zone, because they kept crawling up in man-to-man coverage, and we were just throwing lob shots and at least make us work their way down the field.
I've heard that story multiple times with Andre and SMU. I've been working with him for years. He's probably told me he passed for that many yards and a half, maybe 100 times. No. Just kidding, Dre. You're a legend, man. I loved watching you as a kid and when you won that Heisman Trophy. And one thing that always stood out with you, even as a broadcaster, you did it with class, man.
I appreciate you, Card. Love you, buddy.
Card, the best is you ask Andre, well, how many yards did you throw in the first half? Oh, I don't remember. Yeah. And then 30 seconds later, he's got the exact number.
Hey. Yeah. I have no comeback.
Well, that was one of the great seasons in college football history. Andre Ware, my partner, won the Heisman, and 1990, the following year, was BYU's Ty Detmer.
Yeah. Be a nice trivia question. Which Cougars won back-to-back Heisman?
BYU's trying to get its run game going. This time it's Enoch Nawahine He's a Utah State transfer, originally from Hawaii. And part of the issues the Cougars have had on offense tonight, there's been no run game and there's been injuries to their top 2 running backs.
Yeah, L.J. Martin, we documented that. He went out with a left ankle sprain, and Rapati is limping around, and so they're down to their 4th running back. And just trying to find any type of running game to keep this SMU front 7 honest.
And L.J. Martin is not coming back. I've got confirmation from the BYU training staff there. The left ankle, no good. And he's that big thumper too, Andre. 6'2", 225 pounds, gets behind guys like Connor Pay. You guys were talking about Ty Detmer. Connor Pay's father blocked for Ty Detmer. He's an offensive lineman. Pay is the mainstay up front, but they need some juice from this run game desperately.
3rd down after a rush of 7 by Nawahine.
Nawahine showed some toughness there between the tackles, and maybe the stuff that kind of unlocks this BYU offense.
Now, they want to run Retzloff, but they said about a half dozen times per game ideal. Pressure from up the middle. A sidearm sling. Only a yard to Nawahine. SMU's defense.
I think you got to punt it away here on 4th down. As bad as you want to go for it and leave the offense out there, if you don't get it, and they've stopped them before, maybe a hard count here to try to draw SMU offsides. But I think this is the absolute right move if you want to stay in this ball game, is to punt it and rely on your defense.
Now, this SMU defense has held BYU in check. And Andre, last year when SMU really took that great leap forward, winning the conference title, they had been scoring and putting up numbers with Chad Morris, with Sonny Dykes, with Rhett Lashley. Defensively, they became an elite defense in the American last year.
Yeah, they did. They took a step forward last year and then worked this offseason to better the defensive side of the ball, especially in the trenches.
Number 35, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's where we talked about them basically going into the portal, signing 18, but 8 of the 18 were defensive linemen. So they went out of their way pretty much to secure the trenches on the defensive side.
And they're starting D-line 3 former Miami Hurricanes and a Tank Booker from Arkansas. Sam Vanderhaar, the Australian, kicks it away. Roderick Daniels didn't call for the fair catch and taken down immediately. So BYU's offense continues to be stuck in neutral. SMU with Jennings at the helm, getting field goals, but no touchdowns.
Lord, that's how I get by.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
Hey, get off your... Show off. Mountain Dew.
Tamara, Izzy, and Emma. They respond to emails with phone calls. And they don't circle back. They're already there. They wear business sneakers and pad their keyboards with something that makes their clickety-clacking clickety-clackier. But no one loves logistics as much as they do. You need Tamara, Izzy, and Emma. They need a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
Pizza party feeling stale? But wait, there's Marco's! Refresh the routine with Marco's new Margarita Magnifico. Fresh mozzarella, sliced Roma tomatoes, finished with a bright basil drizzle. Try Margarita Pizza the Marco's way for just $10.99.
Welcome to Stormy Heights.
where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
Hi, I'm Cade Courtley, and welcome to the Ford Patriots Buy One, Get One Solar Generator event. Claim the Patriot Power Generator 2000X, and you'll get a free Patriot Power Sidekick with 2 free solar panels. These are 2 of Ford Patriot's newest silent, fume-free solar generators that can power your fridge, TV, and critical devices without ever needing gas. Every American should have the peace of mind that comes from having backup power. Visit FordPatriots.com to secure your free generator and solar panels now.
What's the #1 item in a crisis? Food. Because when the world goes sideways, grocery shelves get picked bare and people worry they'll go hungry. That's why you need 4 Patriots' best-selling 3-month survival food kit. Food designed to last for 25 years, tastes great, and is easy to make. Packed with 688 servings and 24 delicious meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Get your food kit with free shipping and free mini kits at 4patriots.com.
This is college football primetime presented by Ram Trucks. Tomorrow, Saturday, week 2. It starts on ABC with a triple header. Arkansas, Oklahoma State. First meeting between those two since 1980. SEC opener for South Carolina and Kentucky. Tennessee and NC State. Get your cream-filled cookie and mayonnaise ready. That's the Duke's Mayo Classic Saturday night in Charlotte.
Go, 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 go!
Jennings on first down. Flag down. Finds Knighton.
It's going to be a hold, I think, on P.J. Williams. And I wanted to talk about him tonight, but not for a holding penalty. He went to my high school, in Dickinson High School, and 6'5", 317
Number
pounds.
59 offense. 10-yard penalty.
At left tackle, they did not make him like that when I was in high school. I told Rhett, I said, I weighed more than I think the offense, most of my offensive line did in high school.
And you ran wing T, right, in high school?
Yep. No, I outweighed Pat Davis, who was a right guard. David Merriman weighed about 165. I outweighed him. Bill Hill at center. We were close. They didn't make him like P.J. Williams when I was in high school.
Maryland, the motion man. Knighton is swarmed. That's going to be a loss of a yard. Isaiah Banya, no relation to Kenny, with the stop.
And this is where BYU has a chance here to really kind of get themselves back in this. You got a holding penalty, 2nd down and 20. It's their 7th tackle for a loss in this game.
Cougars jumped, free play. Jennings downfield, it's tipped, incomplete. That's the right call with a free play.
Yeah, no doubt. Knew he had an offsides penalty and a free play, and go ahead and take a shot downfield. We were talking during the break, and I told you, I think if Kevin Jennings leads
defense, number 99, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Leads a drive that results in a touchdown, I think he's the starter going forward, because you've got to get off to a good start, especially next week against TCU. I don't know if I'm Brett Lashley that I'm going to announce that and force Sonny Dykes to prepare for both. But this young man is 3 of the last drives have resulted in field goals.
Is it imperative for SMU to have one guy at the helm going into conference play?
I don't think so. I think it forces, you know, I don't believe in it, but coaches that do, it forces the opposition to prepare for both. Preston Stone played an outstanding game against Nevada last week. They both were about the same, and tonight it seems to be Kevin Jennings night.
Yeah, that week 0 game against Nevada, they went to Jennings after halftime, and or rather Stone, and that was the key to the comeback. That was tipped. Now that's what happens when you have a Sam linebacker who's 6'5", Isaiah Glasker. He's still learning that position.
Yeah,
former wide receiver.
Yeah, high school wide receiver who's got great speed, and he is a physical player. He's getting better and better each and every time he touches the field.
Well, for a BYU offense that's been stagnant, a chance for good starting field position here.
They're going to have an excellent field position by any type of a return here by Parker Kingston.
Pearson kicks it away. Kingston driven back immediately.
And no return. May have actually lost a few yards.
Jake Retzloff, 2 big turnovers tonight in a game where there's not that much of a margin for error.
Yeah, fumble, and then a play after he just hit a big pass play to Lassiter. He comes right back and just puts one up foolishly in the middle of the field, or trying to just throw it away, and it ends up in the hands of Kobe Wilson, who returned it and set up SMU for another field goal.
BYU last year started 5-2. Keaton Slovis went down, and the Cougars lost their final 5 games. Here is Retzloff, quarterback keeper, and he tumbles across midfield. A gain of a dozen. A first down. There's the QB run.
Yeah, one thing I'd tell him in that communication system is make sure you got 2 hands on the football. I mean, it's a design quarterback run. They're not afraid to do that with him, but make sure you're protecting the football.
He has 9 fumbles and has lost 4 of them, and this is his 6th career start at this level. Junior college transfer from Riverside Community College, ESPN's top-ranked JUCO QB when he came to BYU. They'll keep it again. And this may be the elixir to unlock this BYU run game.
Well, they can't run it with running backs because they're hurting in the inexperience of the redshirt junior who's in the game with him, Nawahine. And so there's the look of BYU's rushing attack tonight. It's led by the quarterback, which I don't know if you want to make a living doing that. Not all season.
LJ Martin left the game with an injury in the first quarter. He is out. Hinkley Ropati has not returned since limping off the field.
Got one-on-one coverage up top.
This is Retzlaff. He'll throw. He's got his tight end, Tassay, who spins close to the 15-yard line. Tassay has the lone touchdown in this game.
And that's the one thing about kicking field goals. If you can hold.
A red zone try here for BYU. Kingston, the motion man. And that's Retzlaff on the keeper inside the 15.
Now, I'm saying, when you hold the field goals, it gives you a chance to stay in the game. And that's what BYU's offense has done. They've bent, but they haven't broken at any point in this game. And so it allows them to remain in it. They score here, and with an extra point, they go up by 2 points. So it's paramount that they get the ball in the end zone here.
Now, Kalani Sitake told us BYU's going to need some long clock-chewing drives. Keep that SMU offense on the sideline.
Wouldn't surprise me if they're in 4-down territory here.
On the fly sweep, almost some friendly fire, and Keelan Marion taken out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd down. He lost a couple on the play.
And that's where you got to just cut up the field and take what's there. You can't afford a loss to make it a long yardage situation to pick up a 1st down here. 3rd and long. You want to make sure you remain on schedule.
SMU down to 1 timeout.
Want a big timeout there on 3rd down to try to make sure you have the proper defensive call. Scott Simmons has done a heck of a job, along with Jay Hill. Both defensive coordinators have played big roles in this game tonight. We're talking about an SMU team that averaged 52 points a game during this home winning streak, and you got them held to just 12 with 2:19 and a quarter to go.
The folks who try to figure out how high scoring the game will be did not have this as a 12-7 game late in the 3rd.
Not at all. I don't know if I had it either. I thought it was going to be back and forth.
Epson Lassiter in the slot. They've got the tight end Hill split out wide. Low throw. Hill makes the catch. Dives across the 10-yard line, shy of the marker. And it's going to be 4th down, about a full yard, a yard and a half. And what do you do?
If you're Kalani Sitake, you want it to be about 2 yards, so you just go ahead and make the decision to kick the field goal. But I think they're going to go for it here. And boy, it is Enoch Nawahine is the back that's in, and he may be the guy that's called upon to grab and get this 1st down. Yard and a half is about what it is.
2 tight ends out of the gun. And with the play clock winding down, a timeout.
Official timeout.
Not sure what's going on with the officials, but
they had to get the spot correct, so they had it closer to about a yard and a half, and I think now they might be moving it back to the 2-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Nope. Touchdown, Enoch Nawahine.
Boy, how big is that for that young man? You lose Martin, you lose Rapati, and then Nawahine comes in, and everybody goes kind of with the play fake, thinking maybe pass, and he is underneath a big hole. And I think Clark could have run through to get himself into the end zone.
Slow down. Slow down. I'll race you after the game, Andre.
I surrender. You win. I'm not racing.
BYU's going to go for 2 to make it a 3-point game. And Miles Davis enters as running back.
Nawahine went out because his shoe came off.
Davis motions out. They're looking for Hill, and he makes the catch and holds on. The conversion is good, and BYU has a 3-point lead, 15-12.
And the conversion with Hill from wide receiver to tight end has made him a matchup nightmare. He is comfortable out in space with that big body. He just kind of grew into a tight end, and they went ahead and moved him from receiver to tight end. Boy, he is going to be a special player out there, but the gap and the hole that Nawahine runs through, I mean, untouched into the end zone pretty much. What a nice job by the offensive line, collapsing everything down. And then the 2-point conversion to Keanu Hill on the outside, working against a corner. Just kind of out-physicals him, and the concentration at the end to reel it in.
Jalen Davis Robinson,
he is
former LSU Tiger,
good
in coverage, and he might have gotten a piece of it. They told us Keanu Hill was their best blocking wide receiver, and often it was a bit of a struggle to get his weight down to be a wide receiver. So they said, hey,
go ahead and eat.
Let's just go all in, have the extra Happy Meal. We'll make you a tight end. They felt they were already pretty deep at wide receiver entering the season as it was.
Yeah, go ahead and eat and have dessert with it. Throw in a milkshake.
Brashard Smith, former all-conference kick returner at Miami, out to the 25-yard line. Flag down.
Oh, what a game. What a game. Just when you think that SMU's about to
Going
take
to
the
return.
reins and run away with it.
Receiving team, number 44. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
BYU makes some adjustments both on defense and the offensive side.
It started last night with the Ravens and Chiefs. It is week 1 in the NFL. That means Sunday NFL countdown is back. All the stories, the breakdowns, the last-minute lineup news you need. It starts Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Andre, you got a front row seat to the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud coming off a magical rookie season last year.
I can't wait to see this group of receivers along with Joe Mixon get themselves ready to go. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Diggs, Mr.
Now you got
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yes, indeed. Weapons galore.
SMU will begin inside its own 10, down 3. Knighton gets the call and drags a tackler to maybe the 11. It's Crew Wakely. Gain of a yard. Mustangs have 4 field goals. BYU a pair of touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. A game that a few years ago would have been independent BYU against SMU out of the American is now Big 12 against ACC. Jennings finds a wide open Bailey. First down.
Jake Bailey was a captain last year, transferred in out of Rice. He's one of those guys that he can really play, can work the seams, work underneath.
Knighton over the right side. Got a little push there at the end from Ben Sparks.
Just not quite getting the production that they had earlier in the game on first downs. It was 4 or 5 yards on first down to make it second and medium, and now
that is the end on the third.
Kind of throttled back a little bit by this BYU defense.
It's Kevin Jennings' game for SMU. BYU with the lead on the road. We go to the 4th.
That's just what we do. Always to start the 4th quarter, we come together, and finish is a big part of our program. It's been something we've been good at the last 2 years, so we just want to reset, recenter. We're in this football game. We got to find a way to finish.
You have 4 field goals. How do you finish offensive drives?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten inside the 15 a couple times and not been able to, and then the last 2 drives, we've killed ourselves with field position, and that gifted them a touchdown. So we got to find a way to finish.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Well, that's a good start to begin the 4th. Keyshawn Smith out close to midfield for SMU. It's an offense that's lacked the big explosive play tonight.
It has. They've had a couple called back because of penalties, holding penalties, but they're showing you that they have the ability to strike at any time.
That was their first play of 20 yards tonight. Smith rips off a big run. Mashing the B-butt, lost the ball, somehow recovered.
Wow, what a run, what an effort by Smith. I mean, he hit whatever the button is, to see the triangle, whatever it is to spin. I should know this because I've been getting beaten up by my son on Madden.
Jennings pumps, looking for Bailey, underthrew it. 2nd and 10, so back-to-back explosive plays. 20 yards to Keyshawn Smith, a run of 30 for Brashard Smith.
That's a heck of an effort. My goodness, no wonder they made the comparison.
The concentration to be able to hold on, almost disaster.
This was a slot receiver a year ago, making the transition to running back and breaking off runs like that.
3rd game as a running back, hadn't done it since Pop Warner. Jennings off play action. Into coverage! Intercepted by Mark Collins.
Boy, Collins made one heck of an adjustment. He fooled Kevin Jennings into that interception because he let a receiver go inside, which he never would do, and then stayed outside, read the eyes of Jennings, and then picked him off. What an outstanding job on the back end. Just kind of stays with it too long, decides to go there, and Collins, that's good on in the other league with both feet down inbounds, trying to find his tight end.
Meanwhile, Ja'Kai Clark, the starting center for SMU, is down. They'll likely move Justin Osborne to center if Clark can't go. BYU gets the turnover.
ProPlan is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and help extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina ProPlan. Always advancing.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
Let's unretire.
Why not? Let's see. Hey. I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
At Domino's, we've heard in focus groups that some people don't love our classic crust.
Too doughy.
It's not thin enough.
So here's another pizza.
All the ingredients come together.
And so what if I told you this was Domino's?
Good for Domino's, for real.
Introducing Domino's New York style pizza. Try it tonight.
People call it the biggest small town festival in Minnesota.
And we came up with the idea of creating a community s'mores table.
The Hershey Company got wind of this, sent 40,000 candy bars.
Made my day 100 times better. I love s'mores so much.
What's that? It's electric.
It isn't electric unless it makes you feel something. A luxury EV should understand that. The all-electric Lexus RZ.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking Elemax technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. X-Chair puts in the work so you don't have to. Celebrate Labor Day with up to $400 off, including free Elemax. Sale ends September 16th.
Questions for both coaches. For Kalani Sitake, what have they figured out on offense in the second half? And for Rhett Lashley, do you even consider going back to Preston Stone?
I think your first question, I think he's figured out he has a running game and he can trust Enoch Nawahine.
Ropati back in there, sheds a tackler, turns the corner, and muscles out of bounds after a first down.
Whatever caused him to limp must be feeling a little bit better. And I think the second part of your question, I stay with Jennings. And you lose a team by yo-yoing. And once you made the decision in the third quarter to come out of the locker room with Kevin Jennings, it was his game to win or lose.
Ropati will stay in there for BYU. Coming off a big knee injury last year. Lassiter in motion. Ropati has no room. A red storm right at the line of scrimmage. A short loss at second down.
Jafari Harvey, nice job. Very physical player, excellent pass rusher off the edge, and heck of a tackle there. Looks like Ropati gave it a go, but he's going to exit again limping to the sideline.
So they will go back to Nawahine. Retzloff intercepted. Jared Harrison Hunt inside the 5.
Big fella stepped right in front of the screen pass and is dancing his way to the sideline. Unbelievable play. And this team just stepped up after a turnover and found a way to get their own. He's going to pass rush his way in, then get up. It was too easy. I smell a rat. And right in the throwing lane where Retzloff wanted to go.
Last week it was Tank Booker who had himself a pick 6. His fellow nose tackle, D-tackle, Jared Harrison Hunt, almost had one today.
We're in agreement that BYU is a talented football team. They're only going to go as far as Jake Retzloff takes. And if he continues to make mistakes like this, it's going to be a repeat of last year's 5-7 season. If he turns the corner and stops turning the ball over, this team can be as good as any in the Big 12.
Meanwhile, SMU has had to shuffle its line. You saw Ja'Kai Clark go down earlier with an injury. Justin Osborne takes over at center.
This is a must, Anish, to get into the end zone here for SMU.
Osborne started at center week 1. Brashard Smith bottled up. Taggart among a host of white shirts in there. Flags down.
Holding, number 74 offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And this has been the issue for SMU tonight.
That's been the story all night. Big play, holding penalty.
4 previous trips into the red zone, a turnover on downs, 2 field goals, no touchdowns.
You're down at home trying to preserve a winning streak. That's the last of his worries right now on the sideline for SMU.
This BYU defense has been pinned a few times. They've managed. This is Brashard Smith off the direct snap. And he gets it all the way out to about the 7. Lost the football.
They're going to rule him down.
They'll say he is down.
Boy, just passing it back and forth, aren't they? Oh, my goodness. So close. Tough run inside. Kind of as the Wildcat quarterback. And was he indeed down? Yeah, knees down. I don't know if he's trying to lateral it out to Hudson or not.
The previous play is under review.
Now let's bring in Matt Austin, our rules expert. Matt, you're looking at a couple things, but one, is there an immediate recovery in the aftermath, right?
That's correct, and I don't think there's any doubt that there was an immediate recovery. But is the knee down first? Andre hit the nail on the head. Did the knee hit down before the ball came out? I don't think there's a definitive shot.
That's close.
Close. Closer than I thought with that angle.
The ruling on the field was he was down, so indisputable evidence is needed to overturn the call.
Well, Hudson's asking for the ball, and he might have just asked his way right into a fumble and a turnover.
Matt, are you seeing anything so far that would qualify definitive one way or the other?
I'm really not, unless his elbow was down just before the ball came loose as he's stretching his arm out. He's still got firm control there. This one's close.
Couple of seconds.
The chest
you
is
go
close to coming
back, you
down.
rewind it a little bit. At one point, it looks like the knee might be down. Hard to tell, you know, with the shadows on the bodies and the carnage.
It is, and I think he had full control of the ball until the very last minute. It looked like he was stretching out with it. Now, I don't think it's coming loose yet. Now it's starting to come out.
I think he's trying to lateral it to Hudson, who's asking for it. But he's not visible in that shot. And there he is. I think he's asking for the football because no one's covering him up, and he realizes that Smith isn't down. This may be huge for BYU.
Yeah, and BYU recovered the ball in the immediate aftermath. It was Jacob Robinson, and fans of these two teams know in the New Mexico Bowl 2 years ago, SMU scored a touchdown to make it a 1-point game in the final 10 seconds. They went for 2 in the win, and it was Robinson who stopped Tanner Mordecai to preserve a BYU victory.
Yeah, I just don't see
anything. They've been looking at this for a long time.
This could be 3 turnovers in just a couple of plays.
After review, the ball was loose prior to being down. Recovered by BYU. First down.
So they saw enough, Matt, to overturn the call. You didn't.
I really don't. His knee is in the darkness there. I don't think you can tell definitively one way or another. Do I think it's a fumble? Yes, I do. But can I prove it by the video? I don't think so.
Well, the end result, the call is overturned. BYU gets it back. And that's now 5 trips in the red zone for SMU. And all they have is 2 field goals. And BYU has the ball with the lead. They keep it on the ground. Awahine.
Cameron Roberson in on the stop. And they just keep rolling talented defensive linemen after talented defensive linemen into the game.
Robertson, 5.5 tackles for loss last year, gets 1 there.
Excellent penetration by SMU's defensive line. That's the order of business for BYU right now. So stop allowing the penetration up front.
2nd and long. Cougars thin at running back. Retzloff completes underneath to Lassiter in the embrace of Wilson, who lassos him down. Forward progress gets him about the 12. 3rd down coming up.
You're talking about trying to dodge a major mistake here. If you can force a 3 and out and a punt, you're going to get some decent field position. You still have a lot of time left in this game.
BYU just 2 for 9 on 3rd downs. Retzloff keeps. They'll be short. 4th down. The kick team will have to come on for BYU.
Yep. You're going to rely on your defense, play the field position game, and boot this baby out of there. At the very least, they're going to send the punting unit on right now. Just thinking maybe try to draw them off sides, but nope. Punt it away.
BYU, who's been able to keep SMU out of the end zone today. Landon Rico, who's got a big leg, will punt. Short kick takes an SMU bounce, and the Mustangs take over in plus territory. SMU gets a mulligan on the turnover. 9:08 to go in regulation. A 3-point game in Dallas.
Relax, you booked a Verbo.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
Thanks. What'd you get? Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double hot, double calf, double sweet. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. AbbVie could help you save.
Calm before the storm? No, thank you. This is Jim's time to shine. And Mike's. And Jennifer's. Helmets? Check. Drones? Check. Checking that thing we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here driving this thing. This is when we get to work. To keep you connected. No matter what. Connect before the storm. Change how we weather them. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve, and in part by Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax, you booked a Verbo.
BYU in its second season in the Big 12. SMU in season 1 in the ACC. Great article on ESPN.com today by Dave Wilson charting their long journey. But the journey tonight, red zone struggles. They've had great field position, have not been able to capitalize. A lot of this game feels like hot potato. When one team has an opportunity, they just give it to the other team. And here is Brashard Smith, brought down by Batty. You watch Smith, third game as a running back, converted slot receiver, flashes of brilliance, and then flashes of inexperience.
Yeah, he's played about like, you know, you would think a guy would play playing this position for the first time in a in many years.
Ja'Kai Clark
and some lows.
Back at center, middle blitz. Smith. And a first down for SMU to the 35. Paul.
You know, credit the BYU defense. I love Jack Kelly's motor, Andre. This guy's been all over the field. An interesting piece about him was I spoke to him this week. He's a BMX superstar in the dirt track. He won 9 national championships as a kid, 2-time world champion, and he told me the grind of that sport led him to have the toughness as a linebacker making that tackle right there.
Batty delivers the blow.
Oh, boy. That's teeth chattering. Oh, my goodness.
And you got to remember, Jennings is not a defensive player there. He is a ball carrier.
And that was, he missed. He got part of it, part of the shoulder there, and it still looked as bad as it did. Man, Jennings showing some toughness.
Clean hit.
We're back in the Wildcat with Smith.
Gives it to Daniels in the backfield. Stumbles. Another negative play for SMU. It sets up 3rd and long. Jacob Robinson and Harrison Taggart combine on the TFL.
I think I'm going to get it going north and south. At this point in the game, not going east and west. And Robinson does one heck of a job of coming up. Excuse me, it's actually Taggart who finishes things off. And Clark talked about Jack Kelly. They've got 3 outstanding linebackers. Taggart, along with Glasgow, teaming with Jack Kelly. Man, that is a That is a talented group of linebackers.
There's an injured BYU player down. 3rd and 11 for SMU. 7 and change left.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
No, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free fix finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
Only KFC has nuggets worthy of the sauce. Try one of 5 signature flavors, drizzled, drenched, and dripping on original recipe chicken nuggets. Grab 10 for just $5.99.
Big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip. Recipes. Recipes written by hand and lost to time are now being analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
This season is different than last season. This is when you shine the brightest.
We just can't get enough of the best rivalry in the W. Aces, Liberty. Sunday at 4 on ESPN.
The Women's Championship, tomorrow at 4 on ESPN.
3rd and 11 for SMU, down 3 in BYU territory.
This is a catch and run and not force one for the first down.
They're in field goal range. They give it to Brashard Smith. And it sets up a more manageable try for Colin Rogers, who is 4 for 4 today. Rogers, if he makes this field goal, would set the single-game school record for field goals made and tie the career record for field goals made.
Big kick here, my man. 45 yards, it seems easy. Everything's been, the operation has been perfect all night. See if they can do it one more time.
He's hit from 53, 52, 38, and 28.
And you have a false start, I think, here. Nope, they didn't call the flag.
It's good from 45. We're tied at 15.
They didn't throw the flag. There was a flinch, and BYU raised up to point it out to the officials, and it just was not a flag thrown. It's the right side of the setup, and nobody calls it, but I thought I saw it, and I know a bunch of BYU players were pointing.
So the 5 field goals by Rogers, a new single-game school record. 44 career field goals made, which ties the career record. And Colin Rogers has been the scoring.
Amazing.
Now, what does this game come down to now?
Different ways to get it done, right? Well, I think for SMU and for both teams, is hang on to the ball, because they've been able to have some some production offensively on both sidelines, and then turnovers happen or penalties happen. So you eliminate that, I think it may boil down to who's got it last.
SMU has one timeout. There is the 2-minute timeout. NFL Week 1 wraps up Monday night. Super Bowl hopeful, the New York Jets, with Aaron Rodgers back in the mix, will take on the defending NFC champions, Christian McCaffrey and the San Francisco 49ers. Aaron Rodgers' season a year ago lasted 4 plays. Tore his Achilles in the Monday night opener against Buffalo last year. Gets a re-rack at it on Monday night this coming week. Retzloff binds Roberts, who makes the sliding catch. It moves the chains.
Nice execution there and a quick decision by Retzloff to fire it in there to Roberts. And you know, when it's around him, pretty good chance he's going to come away with it. Nice route to get himself open, and just the timing of all of it is what made the play.
No hurry for BYU. Retzloff lets it fly. Marion behind the defense. Can't hold on. Jahari Rogers.
Yes, sir. And what made the play, or what allowed him to make the play, was Retzloff threw the ball outside. If he throws this inside, I think Marion has a chance to get to the house. This fades him outside, still makes one heck of an effort to get a hand on it. But if it's thrown inside, man, we may have the longest touchdown of this game, certainly.
It gave Rodgers just enough time to disrupt. On second down, the delay, Miles Davis subdued by Harrison Hunt. 3rd down and 8.
Well, this is where you were trying to avoid 3rd and long. It allows the defense, especially on this area of the field, to bring some heat if they want to, or play the down and distance marker and make the tackle before you pick up the 1st down.
Chase Roberts, a go-to on 3rd downs.
Showing pressure.
Davis goes wide, catches the screen. Got a couple of blocks. He got close. About a yard shy. Ahmad Moses the tackle. And does Kalani Sitake roll the dice?
In his past, I would say yes. His defense is playing so well. I think you punt it away. At the very least, you're going to try to hard count SMU into jumping off sides. Let's see if Retzloff goes underneath to try to do it exactly that. It's harder to do it from the shotgun. He goes under. Well, no, he's in the gun.
Play clock winding down. It hit 0, and a timeout was called by BYU. Aaron Rodgers.
Timeout. BYU. 30-second timeout.
The offensive coordinator for the Cougars told us that their 4th down philosophy is often by the analytics book. He said sometimes there is feel involved, but for the most part, if the book says go for it, they go for it. Here, the book says go for it.
Yeah, but you don't make it. You give SMU, who stopped you on 4th down already in this game, about 4 minutes to put a drive together to win it.
Now the offense comes out.
Yeah, SMU would need about 10 yards to be in range for a field goal. So I don't know that this ball's going to get snapped. I expect a hard count, but this game has been kind of crazy.
Retzloff pitches to Davis, has the corner, first down and more. Miles Davis, the Jazz man, out of bounds in a red zone try for BYU.
What a heck of a job by Retzloff to read it. He gets hit. There's only one guy outside the tackle, so it says the play stays on. You've got a tackle to take care of the edge guy. You let one guy come free. When he does, flip it out to Miles Davis. What a play by Jake Retzloff.
Difference in the game. BYU's been in the red zone twice. 2 touchdowns. Retzloff keeps, brought down from the backside by Jafari Harvey.
Yes, let's go back and take a look. There's only one guy outside the tackle box. So you can occupy him here, or he can block here, and you let this guy come free. He becomes the guy that you option off. Retzloff does it perfectly to the left tackle. ETN does a heck of a job of sealing the outside. The pitch is there, and Miles Davis takes care of the rest. What a heck of a job of executing in a critical, and I mean critical, point in the game.
BYU will take its time. SMU down to 1 timeout, plus the 2-minute timeout. Retzloff floats one to the end zone. Incomplete. Lassiter wanted a flag, could not bring it down with one hand. In coverage was Rogers.
A nice job on the outside. Lassiter, big receiver at 6'2", working against the smaller Jahari Rogers at 6 foot. And that's just competing right there. Both guys wanting it. And Rogers getting one last swing at it. What a game.
Davis again goes wide. Retzloff finding Davis. Cuts it inside the 10. He's going to be a couple of yards shy. It's 4th down. BYU can take this almost to the 2-minute timeout.
But I'm in no hurry if I'm Kalani Sitake. I am going to bleed the clock down inside of about 5 seconds before that ball is snapped. Heck of a job by SMU's defense to stop and hold to a field goal attempt here.
Will Ferrin, a season ago, perfect inside of 40. A 26-yarder for the lead. And BYU back on top with 1:58 to go in regulation. We're at the 2-minute timeout. Cougars by 3.
Hey Lexus, show alternate routes.
Technology that's ready for the road ahead. The Lexus NX.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
This Skinny Pop is so delicious. And only 3 simple ingredients. I never have to stop.
Thomas, hold my calls and my text.
Got it.
And my emails.
Don't leave.
Skinny Pop, endlessly delicious.
Man, I wish I was out there. Let's unretire. Why not?
Guess who's back? Back again.
Dan Marino? You all right?
22. here, bro.
More dropping in. More getting out there. More soaking it up. Pacifico, life's waiting.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning, because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets and experience the deep, undisturbed rest of Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
That chicken from Popeyes.
ProPlan is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and help extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina ProPlan, always advancing.
The new 12-team college football playoff begins December 20th on ESPN.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
An Schroff, Andre Ware, Paul Carcaterra. Brett Lashley saw this in week 0 in Reno. The Mustangs needed a late drive. They went 83 yards on what was really their final possession to close a 16-0 fourth quarter to beat the Wolfpack. They trail by 3. Sky kick. And no fair catch was signaled. SMU is going to have the ball at the 20-yard line.
And remember, keep in mind, you're trying to put a game together.
Now they're going to talk about it.
Yeah, they're trying to put a drive together to go win the game. They only need a field goal. And Colin Rogers has been perfect tonight.
But now they throw the flag, so if a fair catch was signaled, that's kick-catch interference. Or a late hit.
I think a late hit, which would be huge in terms from a field position standpoint.
After the play, personal foul, late hit to the fair catch signal, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The officials in the moment never seemed to acknowledge the fair catch call.
It was clear. It's clear.
And Roderick Daniels does make the fair catch, and then comes the late hit, and that is a costly penalty at this juncture. SMU's got one timeout. A first down momentarily stops the clock.
Marching it all the way out to the 40-yard line. And remember, we just discussed it. They only need a field goal to tie it.
Need a field goal. And Rogers.
Go to the cheese at OT. But we'll see here.
Rogers has 5 field goals. Kevin Jennings will try to author the game-winning drive. This BYU defense has been superb, especially in the red zone tonight.
Bend but don't break. That's the mantra of BYU defensively, and they have played to it in this one.
Jennings flushed, incomplete over the middle, broken up by Taggart. He wanted Maryland, who in week 0 had a huge second half and had the game-winning touchdown.
162 yards or something like that in just the second half of that ball game against Nevada. Still kind of waiting on him to get going the last couple of weeks.
Only one catch tonight. Jennings steps up, throws behind Knighton, dangerous. It brings up 3rd and 10.
Knighton slow to get up. I thought Jennings could have kept that one and gone for a while. At the very least, he was going to pick up about 7 or so. Nothing but green turf in front of him. He pulls this one down. Taggart's in the middle, but I got a feeling I'm betting on Jennings in the open field against Dagger. Now I'm spying on Jennings if he wants to pull it.
On 3rd and 10, delayed pressure. Jennings rolling, tries to get away, and has to flush it.
You see this closing speed of Jack Kelly? Oh my goodness. Clark was right, the guy can run. It's all those years on the bike, Clark.
You ain't kidding.
Man, Jennings is a quick and fast quarterback, but the closing speed of Kelly was unreal.
He's got a motor too, Andre. When I was speaking to him this week, said those years on the bike, isolated alone, made him tough and put a lot of pressure on him, a lot like a wrestler or a golfer. You're on an island all alone, but football and the team aspect of it is why he loves this game so much.
The BYU faithful that are here making noise. Jennings dancing, improvising, deep downfield, incomplete. And BYU's defense makes another stand.
Kalani Sitake, that's what I'm talking about, is what he's screaming to his defense. Oh, he is fired up. This is huge. Coming into this place where they've won 9 in a row, and they go straight up man-to-man across the board. Safety help in the middle, but it's man-to-man across the board, and BYU has shown some stuff that you don't usually see. They are really a high percentage zone team that at times have gone to man-to-man when you least expect it.
An emotional Kalani Sitake. Retzloff takes a knee.
I think one timeout. Red Lashley can stop it one time.
He doesn't use it yet. Andre, the difference.
And I mean, maybe he thinks this one's over, but you never know about a missed snap, a fumbled exchange. Anything could happen. I would certainly burn that timeout.
Now, Retzloff has had some ball security issues. 9 fumbles and 6 starts. Now, the difference tonight, the red zone story. SMU 5 times in the red zone, 6 points. In the 4th quarter, an interception by a D lineman gave SMU a 1st and goal inside the BYU 5.
It's the definition of bend but don't break, isn't it?
And then there was a penalty. Brashard Smith with a fumble that was not ruled a fumble, but overturned by the booth. BYU 3 trips into the red zone, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. One more kneel down. SMU has the timeout. They do not use it. And Kalani Sitake's Cougars, double-digit underdogs on the road in a place where SMU has been dominant of late. They get a hard-fought 3-point win. And we talked about it, Andre. This was a game where both teams were giving it away.
Yeah.
Neither team seemed to make that play to win. Then Kalani Sitake decided to go for it on 4th down. That was the play
and had the
that won the
perfect play called with the option play to Miles Davis.
Let's go down to Paul.
Coach, that was an old school smash mouth football. What was the difference?
I think when I was talking to you guys were talking about offense the whole time. And I said, don't be surprised it's a defensive showdown. So that was good for this week. We need more production from our team, but glad the guys fought through it, and I'm happy with the result. It's a really good SMU team, well coached, tough kids. It was just a great game.
SMU is a team that averaged over 50 points per game at home last year. They didn't score a touchdown today. It was the 5 field goals. Why was your defense so effective?
We got wonderful kids, great coaches, and we got a great culture. So the guys believe in each other. Nobody hung their heads down low, and we went at halftime, and the guys just fought back. It was a really good game. Have a lot of hats off to SMU, a really good team. I'm just grateful that we came out with a win this game.
Talking to you this week, I felt like there was a pep in your step. You were really excited about this team. What did you see from last season in the offseason to now that gives you this belief?
Well, I just knew that if we were patient, the defense is going to come along. They're starting to really come along, and then we just need all the other 2 phases, the special teams and offense, to join them. But I'm glad that we were able to count on them to make plays. There's a lot of belief. You know me, I want to go for it all the time, but it felt good to be able to kick a field goal and get the win.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it. Go.
This BYU defense was backed up, defending the red zone, defending SMU in plus territory.
Time and time again.
For most of the night. They did everything except pull the sword from the stone, forced 3 turnovers, got to the quarterback 3 times, 8 TFLs, and BYU comes away with a hard-fought 3-point win in Big D.